for it to kick in. So hopefully it kicks in. We'll say probably 10 minutes after. Is that okay with everybody?
Yeah.
All right, it shows that it's sending data. So let me know if it pops up on your screen. Anybody that's in the chat, please let us know if you see anything pop up. We do appreciate it. If anything is in the chat, let us know. Because we're going to get this show started. I want to make sure we get like a few people in, so that way we can make sure that we have enough people, and then we should be good.
What's up, y'all? We waiting on y'all to get up in here.
We're waiting on y'all. We're waiting on our viewers. You know, that's why I said I want to wait to like start the show. What is somebody call us a bottom hoe? Who said that? Hold on, wait a minute.
Boom hoe.
Boom hoe.
Oh, boom hoe. I said, oh
listen,
shit.
y'all, listen.
Travel, you almost got cussed out.
No, Travel just said it back. Hey,
Ike is on a rampage today. Don't fuck around and find out. Ike is Iking today.
Not today, y'all. Not today.
Ike is Iking.
Let me see here. I gotta turn my I gotta turn this up a little bit. You know how the camera's just like kind of low? There we go.
Oh wait, let me get my chapstick too. Wait a minute, you're gonna set me up.
Nice to see you. All right, we got this. I'll close that. I'm gonna add chat feature. All right, Constance Mitchell, blessings everyone. Hey, it's nice seeing you. KLS, my name's 06. Good evening, y'all. Good evening to you as well. Chris Hall, hey everybody, just started watching this podcast. Hey, nice to see you. Nice joining. Thank you for joining. Also, anybody that's on TikTok, if you're on TikTok, please go to our YouTube channel. Please go follow the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is where we see a lot of our comments. That's where we get a lot of our questions. That's where we're going to be having a lot of our promotions. There's a lot of updates that we're going to be talking about today. We're going to probably start this show off a little bit different. I wanted to ask a question to not just the viewers, and Nikki, if you see anything from anybody at TikTok, but this show is it's for the people, all people, okay? I just want to let you know that's for all people, but it's very pro-Black, okay? That's one thing we want to let you guys know. And I'm also very pro-Black as well. However, I think that all of us have like some attitude adjustments that need to be reworked out. And you know, this is just for me going from Kansas to Atlanta, from Atlanta to California. I think that either we gonna stick together and be people together, or we not. And I'm so sick of like in the gym today, there was a few people I knew through somebody else, and they were acting funny as well, funny as today as well. And I'm getting kind of tired of people. 1 minute you're cool, next minute you're not. 1 minute you're cool, next minute you're not. As Black people, and I'm telling you what, I'm the biggest person. I'll walk right past your ass like God didn't even give you life. Okay, so I'm just not putting up with that shit anymore. I'm so fucking tired of it. I'm tired of people's attitudes. I said, you know, I'm very pro-Black, but we got to figure that shit out. Like that attitude and rolling your eyes and smacking your lips and acting like you can't say hi to people, or if you befriend somebody and you didn't want them to befriend them, then you start acting funny towards them. I'm not dealing with that no more. I'm too old for that. And I never liked that yesterday. I don't like it today, and I'm not going to like it in the future. I want to read some of the people that's introducing themselves. I want to see what Nikki and Trey thinks as well. And then we're going to get started on our videos. Travel. No, I said boom ho to hype all y'all entrants. Oh, thanks, sir. Thank you. Noah, I'm just going to say Noah, okay? I have my popcorn ready for the show. Hey, thanks for joining. Constance, if y'all ever want me on TikTok, I'm a tapper. Okay.
That's Miss Connie. Miss Connie, go ahead on hit that button, share that live, hit them likes. That's Miss Connie. She got us.
Hey, thank you, Miss Connie. I appreciate it. So, Nikki and Trey, what do y'all think before we start getting into the videos? You know, do we think a lot of Black people? We're very pro-Black on this show. But do y'all think we need an attitude adjustment with a few people? Because I'm telling you what, I almost said something to them, but I was just like, you know what? I'm just not doing that no more. What do you think?
Listen, niggas always doing some nigga shit.
Niggas go nigga. Niggas go nigga. But I think, yeah, when it comes to certain situations, I definitely think that's how it is when it comes to like Black-owned businesses. It's heavy on the niggas go nigga. And I'm not saying take a page from white people in that respect, but the attitude is, okay, we're black, you're gonna have to, you gotta do certain things because you're black. And it's like, no, it doesn't work that way. It's there are attitude adjustments, because it's like when you around niggas you act funny, but if a cracker come around, you straighten yourself up all of a sudden.
Right.
You as soon as they walk by, you're pepping, you got some pep in your step. But any other time when you amongst your people, it's always some strife, or it's always, we're finding ways. We still have white supremacy rampant within the black community that we have yet to recover from, whether it be colorism, fat phobia, homophobia. It's all of these things that go back to white supremacy disguised as pro-blackness. And that's what a lot of it is. That's where a lot of the respectability politics comes in. And then it's like, oh, well, y'all, you don't support black shit, but then you see how the Asians support the Asians, the Hispanics support you always lean on that trope. However, they have good service amongst their people. When they open a restaurant, they handling a business in there. They gonna sell you a taco for $2 or $3 because they know it costs 30 cents to make that bitch. They not gonna sell you a $50 taco and it costs 50 cents to make that bitch. So that you don't have to deal with a bunch of people. That's my issue when it comes to niggas when they want to cut corners. Cause that's the problem. You can't cut, and I get it. We gotta hustle. We can't get it the way everybody else gets it. But we as black people, if you have a service or a business, you have to have the same level of respect you would get a white person. Cause I guarantee you, if a white person came up in there, you rolling out the red fucking carpet. But now when niggas come in there, it's, oh, what do you want? Now if you a fucking Jamaican lady that's been there serving at oxtails for 35 years and you got a motherfucking attitude, okay, I know the food gonna be hitting. But you've reserved that right to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been there X amount of years. But you opening up these new restaurants where everything is not affordable, club culture is not affordable, and you're doing it because you're pricing out your own audience because you want to deal with less people. You want to charge more so you can deal with less people. Or think about it like barbershops. I swear to God, I watched the fucking video, and I don't know if it was a black guy talking about going to get his haircut, and he went in there. Nigga was charging, I think he might have been black because it was a black guy talking, so I don't know if he was 100% if the barber was black. But $1,182 for a haircut. What the fuck are you cutting, bitch? In New York.
What?
Yes, it was. And he screenshot on his pricing list for the haircut and a beard was almost $1,200. What are we cutting? A regular haircut was like $300-$400.
What?
Even in the black community right now, I'm not a man. I've never been to a barbershop that I can remember. I think as a child, my dad might have taken me in one with him at one point, but I've never been in one because I don't have a son or anything. I've never been in there, but I would think it should only cost not even $50, but $50 at max to get your haircut. These niggas nowadays want to charge you hundreds of dollars and all this different shit, and so it's just like. What is the point of that? Yes, you have to make money in this economy, but you're being fucking greedy, nigga. You cut hair. You ain't curing cancer in this bitch. You cutting hair. You doing a little snip on the sides, the front and shit, and you ain't doing a lot. So I think sometimes niggas need an attitude adjustment when it comes to certain shit, especially when it's amongst us in our community. Because when it comes to them white folks, y'all be doing what y'all need to do.
It's not just, it's like they straighten up. Like, it's like when it comes to us, it's like we sit here and we try to talk down on each other. We always have something to say about each other. And it just bothers me because I'm sitting here like, are you serious here? Like, I'm like, we're very pro-black. We're pro-people in general because, like Nikki said, I think a few shows ago, we don't want no genocide to nobody. But we got to worry about our own people. But at the same time, like, especially in LA, like the people in LA are so fucking weird just in general. But it's not enough black people out here in LA for us to be acting weird like this. You know what I mean? And so for us to be sitting here acting weird like this towards each other and having an attitude, it just really bothers me, especially when you ain't did shit to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'd be people that's like, oh, well, You know, I didn't want you to be friends with them because you're my friend. And are we 3 years
That
old?
that high school shit.
That shit is getting. Oh, I'm sorry. You in your 30s and 40s and you still acting like you 15 years old. Like, come on. Like, I'm getting tired of that shit out here in LA too. That's why I say to myself, everybody always say, well, you don't go out for what? I mean, let me tell you something. Parking out here in LA was $50 fucking dollars. So before I even made it to the club, I got to pay $50. Then I'm driving, so I'm spending gas money on that right there. So then, right after that even happens, then from there, I get to the door. You know, now depending on what the club is, you know, sometimes they charge, sometimes they don't charge. You know, sometimes they have a certain VIP section. It's always something. I don't know. Then we get in there, especially when they have a black night. The black nights they be charging, you know, for drinks, which I found out at some clubs, and I'm gonna put them on blast in a future episode. They would charge on black nights. It'll be like a $10 extra. So you might see a drink where most people are paying like $12, $13, but black people are paying like $26, $28 out here.
That's
but and what gets me on, and I went to the nights where it's more like white Latin nights and stuff. So when I go out on those nights, I will see that the price. I said, "Wow!" I said the prices are really affordable here. But then they're playing nothing but black music. Every other song is a Kendrick Lamar. They got a Beyonce. They got a Megan Thee Stallion. I said, see, I listen to our shit. Don't even like us, but on black nights, y'all charge us more. That's why I don't go out. And when I see people like, every time I see people come out from out of town, everybody goes to West Hollywood. I say, I ain't spending no money on no goddamn West Hollywood. I said, you know, it just doesn't make sense to me. They don't really support black people like that. You don't see a lot of black venues over there like that. I said, I don't like, if you want to be honest, downtown is starting to come up. And that's why I've been supporting more things downtown anyways. And for the most part, for some reason, downtown's starting to have more parking than it is over there. I'm just telling you, I'm just sick of the bullshit. Black people, either we going to stick together and be cool with each other or we not. And that's just the way I fucking feel about it.
Yep.
But you know what? We about to get started. We ain't even got started in the show yet.
Listen.
I had to get one off. He allowed. Boss man had to get some shit off his chest. Boss man say, "Hey, he gotta get it off. Let him get it off. Let him get it off."
Yeah. So we about to go into our first video, and I want y'all to take a look.
Oh wait, I can't hear. Is there any volume?
No.
Hello.
Chris, we can't hear it.
Oh, it can't hear it.
No.
Oh, nobody said a damn thing. I'm sitting here looking at us like, hold on for a second.
We literally say
we can't hear her.
Oh, hold on for a second. Let me try
cussing somebody out on your phone and not paying attention to us.
I apologize, y'all. Let me try it again. Let's take hold on for a second. I apologize.
Yeah, he was over there cussing somebody out on his phone, not paying no attention.
Actually, I think this video is a lot better to start to show off with. This kind of pissed me off earlier. I was watching this. I just want y'all to take a look at this. So we're going to take a look at the first video. It should start.
All right. Say, my name's Larry, and I volunteered for this.
Wait, hold on. Let me take a deep breath.
Okay.
My name Larry, and I volunteered to this. Oh! Come on!
Now you get caught. It's all over.
Now, I want to read some of the comments before we start on this. One person says, we want justice for Larry. Let's make this go viral. Another person said, they're still experimenting on black men. I see nothing has changed. Another person says, consent under duress is not consent. And one other person says, you know what the saddest part about this is? This happened in October 2018, and he was told that he would get a Coke in exchange for this. Not only that, he died in 2021 from what I have read, so he isn't even with us anymore. The guards and the staff there sent vids and pics of him around, and it's 2025, and we're only just now hearing about this. So what do y'all think about stuff like this? This is why I've been telling y'all, these people don't have no goddamn humanity. I said, because let some shit happen to some white folks like this, you tell him that you're going to have him do an experiment like this, and then you start shocking him with some electric jacket. Now, let this shit happen to some white folks. They will sit here and be all up in arms talking about, oh my God, racial discrimination, well, reverse racism, what they'll say. And then they'll be talking about, oh, we need a race war, because they're so want a race war so bad, but they only want to do it when you go over there. They don't never come to the hood with that bullshit. So what do you think of this video?
Listen, I'm with Truth Hurts. Just typed what the absolute fuck, and welcome back, Truth Hurts. This is in Mississippi. Throw the whole fucking state away. Like what? How? Like what are we doing? How? And this was in 2019? How's this happening? What? I can't even.
I'm just like, he volunteered and it was for a fucking, like, I don't know what's going through his mind. But of course, they're gonna experiment on us. I mean, why would you couldn't, first of all, you couldn't find a bitch on death row?
Yeah.
Was he on that?
Another one.
I think he had a mental disability.
Okay, because there's no way he would consent to some shit like that. There's no fucking way. So you pick a black man that was mentally disabled, that couldn't think for himself. It's just like, and then this bitch in here laughing in the fucking background. You crackers ain't never beating the motherfucking allegations. You crackers are never beating the fucking allegations. All y'all do is experiment on us. Y'all still experimenting on us to this day. That lady was in Atlanta where she had the baby and she was brain dead, and they made her, even though she was basically dead, she had to carry that baby. I can't think of her name right now. And then the baby came out with all kind of fucking problems. Y'all still experimenting. Y'all have to keep shit going. Y'all are so afraid of the retribution that may come to you when y'all are not. That is why white people act the way they act, because they are so afraid of retribution, and you fucking should be. You should be afraid of retribution, because all of the horrific shit you are doing. You couldn't find a fucking crack on death row? I mean, really? I mean, let's keep it a fucking buck.
I can't believe I just watched that.
I'm telling you, and that's the thing. That was filmed in 2018. So I tell everybody, just imagine how many videos that these goofy ass guards have that show stuff like this. You know what I mean? And then when you see those videos of, I guess it was one guy, he was having a seizure. This was all on the news. Probably 2-3 weeks ago, he was having a seizure, and instead of giving him the support, they threw him in a cell and laughed at him while he was.
I saw that.
And I said, now let somebody do that to you, milk monkeys out here doing some shit like that. You fuckers will be, that's what they are. Milk monkeys, milk demons. That's exactly what they ass is. Because I said that to have that level of evilness in you and to show no humanity. And then when something happens to you, it's like, oh, it's a problem. That shit pisses me off more than anything. Because I get sick and tired of people doing stuff like that, and then there's no consequences for their actions. You know what I mean? And that's just one of those things. And also, I want to take another look at another video that has been making rounds. And actually, it's not even a video; it's actually a post. But I want to go ahead and take a look at this real quick. Oh, before I begin and do that, hey, you viewers, I have not forgotten about you, so I'm going to read some of the comments. And most of it's just hey y'all's, but of course, I'm going to still give you some shout outs. Also to everybody on TikTok. Hey, thank you so much for TikTok. TikTok, those numbers how much was those numbers?
We were we had over 24,000 likes. Right now we are 19 minutes in and we got 6,000 likes. So y'all tap that screen. Tap that screen, love that live, share the live, y'all. Make sure y'all are sharing. Tap that screen, hit them gifts. We here. We listen. Come on now, show us that love.
I've been trying to talk. I've been talking to a lot of the people on YouTube, so that's where I'm mostly on. So if y'all see like comments, that's primarily me talking to you on YouTube. And so I've been trying to answer a lot of the questions. There's so many comments, I can't get through everything, but there's a lot of comments, and a lot of people said that they feel like this show is a place where they can vent, because a lot of people want to get shit off their chest about work. A lot of people want to get shit off their chest about how they went to the hospital, and they can't do that because they at work and they got to sit here and do this for the white person and the Asian person, all that stuff, without being targeted, you know what I mean? Or without having to have a fear of losing their job. And so they said this is like an outlet for them to where they can vent, or we vent for them, And this is why we're here. This show is for you guys. It's not for us. Because trust me, I know how it is working for people. I tell everybody all the time, if you could work for yourself or own your own company or own your own knitting company, do it. By all means, do it. I am all for it. Because working for everybody else is for the fucking birds now. You see how Amazon treat people? Amazon, laid off 60,000 workers?
Yeah.
And then they replaced them with robots? I said that would have been the day that me and everybody else at Amazon quit instantly and told Jeff Bezos' big bald-headed ass to come out there and start getting in those fucking trucks and delivering these packages. That's exactly what would have happened. That's what I would have told the Waltons from Walmart. Oh, y'all want to act like that? Y'all want to lay off people and stuff? Okay, why don't y'all come stock up this grocery shelf? Why don't you come to the produce section? You come put this shit on here. But the problem is the people are not sticking together. It's like everybody's like stuck on stupid or something. I don't know what's going on in America, but we need to get more Korea and more Nepal over here versus what's going on currently. So I want to sit here and show y'all this next actual. It's not actually a clip, but it's actually a post that somebody made, and it's been making its rounds recently. So I'm going to read it for you. So this is somebody said a heartbreaking case out of Braintree, England, is raising serious concerns about medical red flags after 11-year-old Frankie Ray Law suddenly died just hours after being told sore throat was just a virus. According to his mother, Frankie Ray began complaining.
Sore throat was just a virus.
Hold on for a second. It's echoing. Frankie Ray began complaining about it. Friday, November 14th. She took him to the general practitioner who reportedly examined him.
Are we muted? I can't.
No, Trey.
I can't hear you.
You can't talk when he's on the video because we'll echo.
I'm on. Wait. What happened?
Hey, just text him.
I cannot hear you. Can you hear me? Oh.
Yes, we can hear you.
Let me see.
All right, I just texted him real quick. So I'm going to continue reading this. According to his mother, Callie Law, Frankie Ray began complaining of a sore throat on Friday, November 14th. She took him to the general practitioner who reportedly examined him and sent him home with the reassurance that it was nothing serious. But only after hours later, everything shifted. Kylie says Frankie Ray was up, laughing and playing around at 1:40 a.m., but by 1:43 a.m., which is just 3 minutes later, she heard him gasping for air in the bathroom. When she ran in and he told her, "I can't breathe," his lips had turned gray, his eyes glazed over, and he collapsed. His mother tried CPR for 30 minutes until paramedics arrived. Hospital staff told the family he had only a very thin chance of survival, and even if he survived, he would likely have suffered irreversible brain damage. Frankie Ray passed away shortly after arriving at the hospital. His mother said she kept replaying the GP visit in her head, admitting that she feels like she failed him, even though she followed medical direction and brought him in when symptoms started. The family said they received no clear explanation of what caused the sudden collapse and are now waiting for answers from medical examiners. Doctors have not confirmed the cause of death, but rapid deterioration after a sore throat can sometimes be linked to untreated bacterial infections, septic shock, or acute airway complications, all conditions that often require immediate intervention if spotted early. The family described Frankie Ray as otherwise healthy, happy, and acting completely normal moments before he collapsed. The community in Braintree has organized tributes and support for the family as they wait for a full report from the investigators. I then posted on here, I said, that's when the doctor would need medical attention. Y'all letting these people play in your face. Another person says, are these hospitals attacking Black families now? One other person says, wow, the hospital was supposed to run tests. They should have took a swab of his throat and sent it to the lab. So what do you guys think of this story?
Trey in the waiting room.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, it goes back to how they treat us. It's racism when it comes to our care. Again, their logic is that as Black people, we have a high tolerance for pain. So if we're telling you we're in pain, and that should tell you something, or they're very dismissive, especially when it comes to things like that, because they're dismissive of it within their own culture. They don't believe in fucking vaccines and shit any fucking way. So they don't have a problem endangering everybody else. And even in the history lessons you've given, you said it yourself, the plague, every disease that we have, it comes from them. Because they fucking spread it because they so nasty. Again, crackers, white people don't wash their ass on a regular basis. What else can you... I saw a video today, since it's about to be Thanksgiving, of this white woman who left the turkey out and the fucking cat got in it and is eating the fucking raw turkey. And this bitch is like, oh, well, I don't have time to go get another one, so we're just going to have to cook it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So she cooked the turkey after the cat then went in there and ate off the fucking raw ass turkey. These are the same people. This is why niggas don't do potlucks. Unless it's other niggas. And even then, we cutting it short. Anytime I used to have a potluck, listen, anytime I used to have a potluck, bitch, I'm getting some Publix chicken. I'm not eating shit that don't come from a store. If you got anything that's pre-made from a grocery store, I'll fuck with it. Anything somebody done brought from their house, hey, I'm cool. I'm not even bringing nothing from my motherfucking house. I'm bringing Publix chicken. Y'all gonna get this fried chicken and some chips, dip, and that's the fuck it. You can't eat at everybody's house, and this is why. And when it comes to white people and fucking how they treat us with the doctor and things like that, it's again, what did I say? You have the Klan is not just in the white robes and the red hats. They're lawyers, they're doctors, they're correctional officers, they're judges, they're police officers, they're nurses, they're nurse practitioners, they're all of this shit. Because that's what they want to do. Even if it was a white child, they would have probably, oh, it's dismissive, it's that. But if it's us, automatically just dismiss it. But let me tell you something, that goes along with the parenting. Not to victim blame the parent or whatever, but we can't just sidestep shit. Like when we saw those videos last week with the two pregnant women or the pregnant woman that ended up, like I understood her husband wanted to record it for document purposes, but after a while, how much recording can we do? At some point, you got to cut somebody the fuck out. At some point, these doctors got to catch some motherfucking hands.
Yeah.
You gonna catch? Yeah, I want don't get it fucked up. I'm getting that malpractice money. I'm getting the malpractice money. But I'm gonna fuck you up too. I'm getting it. You getting a 2-piece combo? We gotta start. You gotta start laying hands on these motherfuckers so they understand. Cause losing their money ain't enough. Losing their license ain't enough. Because you know what? They're white, and they've amassed enough money to where losing their license don't mean shit. At a certain point, put the motherfucking camera down and fade the fucking black.
And you know what? You were just talking about potlucks, right? I want to show y'all a video. When I seen the video, I said, ain't no damn way I'm eating shit in there besides them cookies that girl bought from whatever store she got them from. So I just want y'all to take a look at this because, Thanksgiving's coming up. I know everybody want to eat, but I want y'all to take a look. Let's see what y'all think.
My name is Andrea, and I brought the rice dressing and the potato salad.
Hi, I'm Tommy, and I brought the turkey roll.
Hi, my name is Karen, and I brought black-eyed peas and sausage.
I know you like
I'm Bay subbing for Mr. Paul, and he bought... My name is Andrea, and I brought the rice dressing and turkey roast.
Good morning, I'm Ninette, and I made the cornbread dressing for our Friendsgiving today.
I'm Randon, I brought the boudin.
Yeah, you have good.
My name is Brooke, and I brought the meatballs and the spaghetti and cheese.
My name is Lucas, and I brought the drinks.
Turkey roast.
Crispy Italian pasta.
My name is Contessa, and I brought the sweet potato casserole.
I'm Arlene, and I brought the Gentilly cake.
David, apple crumb. My name is Shane, and I brought the cocktail smokies.
I'm Desiree.
I'm Banks.
And we brought the green bean casserole.
My name's Chloe, and I brought ham and cheese sliders.
Hi, my name is Beavis. What you're tasting here today is the broccoli and cheese casserole. It's the best in the world that you'll ever taste. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much.
My name is Gabby, and I brought cookies.
All right, I'm going to read some of the comments. One person says, my name is Corey, and I brought my own lunch. Another person said, what the fuck is spaghetti and cheese, man? Another person says, my name is Tuscan, and I brought the trash can. Another person said spaghetti and excuse me. And another person said spaghetti and cheese is diabolical, shaking my head. So what do y'all think? And also, hold on, let me get Trey back into the conversation. But what do y'all think of that? Because when I seen that spaghetti and cheese, I said, what the fuck is that? I said, that just looked like she just melted the cheese and just threw some noodles in it. And this is why I don't eat everybody. Okay, I grew up in foster care. I tell you this story all the time, right? When I tell you I was so razor thin, everybody said, oh, you got meat on your bones. And I said, not when I was younger. I was so thin. I did not eat at people's house. I didn't eat my foster parents' food or nothing. I stayed in the country with white folks. When I tell you, I would see my foster father and all him scratch his nuts, scratch his ass, scratch under his arms. I was like, what the fuck is this, bro? Like, and I'm like, I'm not eating this shit. And then it was not just that. We had all the dogs in the house. The dogs would have ticks on them, so the dogs was laying all on the table and shit. And it just smelled like wet ass and wet bologna and smelly dog in that bitch. And I was not eating there. And I didn't give a shit. So what do y'all think?
They never beaten a fucking allegation.
Never.
They are so, white people are so fucking nasty. How do y'all think y'all are the superior race? Y'all are so fucking nasty. Just nasty. Imagine when a nigga step their foot in the pool, you want to drain that bitch. Why? Because y'all are so fucking nasty. Y'all are the reason why COVID got the way the fuck that it got the way they got. Because y'all bitches already, white people have no, and I know they do it intentionally when it comes to black people, but they have no sense of personal fucking space, which is why you can't give a bitch 6 feet. Cause think about how many times have you been at the fucking grocery store and Becky is damn near breathing down your neck to the point where she can read your motherfucking debit card.
Right.
It's been times where I've had to tell a bitch, "Are you paying for my food?" No, they step the fuck back. Unless you paying it, I'm like, you know how you paying for your stuff at the checkout, but you got to get your bag, so you move over a little bit.
Right.
But you're still in the process of the transaction, and here come this bitch standing in front of the swipe shit. I'm not done, ho. Go take your ass back over there until I fucking finish and give me some goddamn space. But going back to that potluck, you nasty motherfuckers. Everything, I wouldn't have ate shit in there. But that that chantilly cake, I don't eat chantilly cake, but that was the only safe shit. And them chocolate chip cookies, because they was boxed the fuck up and they was bought from a store, which I mean, I know the crackers ain't had their hands on it. Them the only two safe things. And the one nigga that was in there with that goddamn sweet potato casserole, I still wouldn't have loaded. The fact that you brought some shit in there, that's some suspect shit, because I would have brought the sodas. And then, oh, you ain't eating, Nikki? No, I'm the GLP-1 is kicking my ass. That's what the fuck I feel like. Hey, this Zepbound whooping my ass. I can't even fucking do it today.
Bro.
I can't even do it. Everything in there looked nasty, and I know in every one of them situations, a cat and a dog was on that fucking counter. I guarantee. I guarantee you. I guarantee.
I do not do potlucks with anyone other than black people that I know, period.
Come on.
Period.
I ain't taking no chances.
Like, there's nothing up for discussion. There's no coercing me into it. It's just not going to happen with me. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I tell you, when I was in foster care, I mean, I was so hungry. It was the type of hunger I didn't have to be hungry. But when you know what you always say, when your stomach is touching the back of your goddamn navel and spine and shit, you sitting there hungry. I was that razor thin. And it was because I said every time people was in here eating, probably 2 or 3 days later, they was always sick. They were all the house. Somebody was in the house was sick. They had a sore throat. They had streptococcus. They had the measles, not the measles, but it was what was that other one that was mono? It was always something. And I said, because we had 2 dogs, their name were Molly and Chubbs. And I said, well, what y'all would do is y'all would let Molly and Chubbs lick off the fucking spoon, and then you'll put the fucking spoon back in the pot with the chicken noodle soup, and then you would then taste it, and you like, this is good. Okay, time to eat. I said, I'm not eating. I'm good.
Absolutely.
I'm good. And they would get offended, but I was like, I mean, I'm sorry, sanitation is just not there. Everybody in the house is always sick. And when I see my white foster father scratching his dick and nuts and stuff and doing all this and stuff, I'm good. I'm good on that. I mean, like I see what's going on with you guys already. Why would I want to put myself in that situation? You know, I don't want no pubic hairs in my food. Like, come on. Like, it's not happening that way. But I want to take us to another direction. And also, let me go to some of the comments. I do see some of your comments. We have so many comments. But that's good. That means the show is growing. You know what I mean? Lachey Davis, hey, good seeing you. She said, I'm so pissed off they fucked me up. I think that probably been from my previous video. Chris Hall, these caucasoids are the epitome of violence, yet the audacity to gaslight black people. 007, more money. I don't like that name. Ooh, come on, 007. Did his family file a lawsuit? Nick Knack, that was you. Lachey Davis, fucking demonic. That's why I don't trust white people. Chris Hall again. My Milk Demons is generous. More like cum color crusaders.
Oh shit! Damn.
Truth hurts. There are probably innumerable videos out there somewhere. They love a souvenir. That's why they always get caught. That is true. And Nikki, I think you said this a while back, but you also said that they always have to say something. They have to tell the story. They have to be the main character. So they don't keep their mouth shut. So eventually there's going to be more videos like this because they love talking about shit. They love being the main character.
Right.
Main character, the worst part. Character syndrome.
No, the worst part is there are more instances out here that haven't even been like filmed, and that like these are just the sick fucks that want to film it and show it to people. Imagine just the sick fucks that are just doing this to people anytime.
Yeah. Yes. And getting away with it. And then when you say something, it was like, and then you be having people like Scott Jennings and people on CNN and Fox News. Oh, well, maybe it's the left and the right and the Democrats and Republicans. No, you do that shit with people. I'm not playing this shit with. I told everybody last week, if you're a pedophile and you like touching on little kids and you have somebody that's defending it, then you are a defender of pedophiles and you like pedophilia and y'all all the same to me. I don't give a damn. If you like being racist and saying racist shit and you're defending it, you're a racist just like them. If you like beating on your wife and stuff and then you're like, well, women should be put in their place, well, you're a wife beater just like them and you support that shit. That's why I tell you, I'm sticking it to people exactly what they are. That's what you are. Birds of a feather flock together, and that still stands tested, tried, and true to this day. Samuel C. What's up, everybody? Hey, nice to see you. Lachey Davis, this is will get me through the white man's job when I do find another job again. Okay. Samuel C. The story is heartbreaking. This is why I don't trust hospitals. Tanya, T is here from Brooklyn, New York City. Hey, thank you. Thanks for joining. We love you guys. Okay. Everybody on TikTok, even though I can't see you guys on here, make sure you hop over to YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe. I'll be able to read some of your comments as well. Lachey, this is pissing me off. That's why I hate doctors. Truth hurts. Seek out a black doctor. Request it. In fact, I do. On the rare occasions, I end up entangled with the medical community. Lachey Davis, I don't. That's right. I eat everyone's food anymore. 007. Can a doctor be charged with criminally negligent homicide? Should be. Lachey Davis, I know that's right. That's right, Nick. Nick. That's your new name, Nick. Nick. JRN, I think this is a new person. I work in the ER for this very reason, to advocate for us. I have gone to Battle 8. Thank you so much.
Amen.
Come on.
I do appreciate that, and this is somebody that's new, so thank you for joining. Samuel C., that's why I have a black doctor and a black therapist, and will forever seek and pick black physicians only, and I don't care if the white folks and other groups of colors don't like it. I don't give a shit either. It's like they get upset that you want to support your own. I say, y'all don't say that shit when Asians only support the Asian restaurants. I said, you don't never see a lot of these Asians patronizing soul food restaurants, but they quick to talk about Korean fried chicken. I said, well, do y'all know where the fried chicken came from? That came from the prisoners when they were not prisoners, the military men, when they were over there in Korea during the Korean War and stuff. They would teach the women over there while they were giving them some dick as well. But they were teaching the women over there, and they taught them how to fry chicken. And so when they talked about the fried chicken, now everybody's talking about Korean fried chicken. I said, well, you need to give credit to the originators. Okay, let's just keep it strictly 100. KLS, my name's 06. This is somebody new. Spaghetti and cheese is diabolical. Lachey Davis, the only thing I eat is the cake. And I'll eat the cookies as well. Samuel C., we all know that food ain't seasoned. And my name is Sam, and I'm door dashing my lunch to me.
And would.
I am the dark magician. Hey, yo, don't make me throw up this wine. Come on. Hopefully they'll allow us to have pictures on here and stuff. I'm trying to get to all the comments on here as much as I can. I'm going to actually post them on here while we're talking. So what I'm going to do is show them on the stream. And so that way everybody can see what you guys are talking about. I think that'll be better so that way we can get through the show. So I want to talk about a few things that's been going on lately with TikTok and the algorithm and stuff, and not just on Instagram. Nikki has been getting banned a lot. I think I think they shadow banned you.
They shadow banned me. They demonetized me and all those.
What's funny is that when we talk about like people that put racist comments on there, they will literally get upset at us. Like they'll be like, "Oh, that's not really racist, and you're just complaining." I mean, I literally have screenshots of them say that. Nikki has screenshots of them taking. What was it? TikTok said that they took down your video because it's not considered a live. I said, who fucking does that? I mean, like I've seen so many promotional videos from white TikTokers and Asian TikTokers that do not get taken down, that do not have any of these issues. And it's only the black people. And then I had an argument with this other black girl. She's a content creator. And she was like, "Oh, well, I'm so shocked that they're blocking my content and I don't understand." I said, did you not understand what's been going on? What they do is they wait for you to create a stupid dance or a stupid challenge. And then once they get your challenge, then they shadow ban yours so the white people can copy your word. And then once they copy your shit, then they sit there and put their shit in the stratosphere. And now they're million views a video and you only got 30,000, but you're the originator. I said, this is why I told people I'm not a big fan of celebrities until I see Oprah, until I see Beyonce, until I see Jay-Z and Kendrick Lamar and all them coming together to build a social media platform for black people so we could thrive. I don't want to see you shaking your ass on stage no more. I don't care about Magic Johnson's theaters. I don't care about none of that shit. I want to see y'all start doing more things for black people. I want to see more black hospitals. I want to see more black clinical research companies. I want to see more black stuff. We have so many millionaires that are black and they're not doing enough. It's just like everybody's taking. That's why I can say I respect Rihanna's ass, because Rihanna, she is making sure to hire black people. She's making sure to feature all shades of black people, whether they're big, whether they're small, whether they're cute, or whether they're ugly. She puts everybody on her shit. And I appreciate that. Like Rihanna actually walks the walk. I think Kendrick walks the walk too, but a lot of these other celebrities, they do not. So I want you to take a look at this video and then Nikki.
Real quick. Oh, go ahead. Just a quick side note. We're talking about that. I posted my podcast premiere today, so I posted a clip on TikTok. Do you know what they made the search bar? A white woman's podcast. The Tiana Robilliard podcast, and she has 2.2 million followers. That don't have nothing to do with me, but that's a white woman. So on my video, in the search bar, is a fucking white woman. Not even a black podcast, but a white woman's podcast, and she got 2 million followers. Meanwhile, my shit has been up for 7 hours and has 355 fucking views. Mind you, I got 90,000 followers. That makes no fucking sense.
That's crazy.
Are you serious?
No sense. Nothing at all. The stuff that I post, y'all, when y'all say all in the comments, this TikTok, not all the comments, where have you been? We don't see you. Baby, they got me permanently shadow banned on TikTok, on Instagram, and Facebook. So same thing with FTP. So if you want knickknack, you want FTP, you want Trey, you gotta go to YouTube. You gotta come to YouTube. That's just we are making the whites nervous.
Right, on my video.
Well, we already spoke about that before. I mean, we only have like 40,000, 70,000 followers, and our because people like, share, and subscribe on our stuff, our videos were getting 300,000 views in 3 days. I mean, and they was like, oh, and we were getting popular, and all of a sudden we started getting, oh, well, we're taking this video down because it may offend somebody, and
right.
But you got this white bitch over here talking about blackface and black people this and stuff.
Lily Gaddis bitch.
And they're still promoting her fucking video. And they're still promoting her video.
And they still playing her fucking video. She came on here in blackface. And y'all didn't do shit.
Nothing.
Y'all don't care. But then us, you're making a group of people feel inferior.
Yes, that's white the people. Shit.
That's what it literally says. And y'all, if you go to my page, I created a fake little ad for Meta MAGA, because that's what I renamed them, and that is literally and when you look at that video, that what you see on that screen is literally what they wrote me in one of my videos, which is why I put it up there. They literally said taking our videos down because we are making a group of people feel inferior. Meaning white people. They use the word inferior, which lets us know that we are offending the fucking whites. But go ahead, Chris, with the video.
Oh yeah, I'm going to show it to you right quick. And everybody, thanks for your comments. I see some of y'all have been posting, so thank y'all for your comments. And we're going to take a look at this video.
I'm aware that TikTok's been acting very strange ever since I said we're going to put our black dollars in black pockets this holiday season. So I'm not sure if y'all are going to be able to see this, but if you do, I need you to do all the interactive things because this coming Friday, November 28th, which is Black Friday, from 11 to 5 p.m., I rented out the Westside Cultural Arts Center. There are going to be 50 black-owned businesses that need to feed their families, and I need y'all to show up for them. It's only $1 to get in. If you don't have $1, you could bring a non-perishable or an unopened toiletry item, and I have to say unopened because, yes, we had somebody donate 4 naked toothbrushes and a half tube of toothpaste, and I don't know why. I don't know why, but I need y'all to show up for these businesses. People have been struggling this year. Tariffs have done people in, and we also have online businesses that I'm going to be promoting for. Y'all can please show up 11 to 5 p.m. this coming Friday, November 28th at the Westside Cultural Arts Center. I'm going to post a little flyer at the end of this video. I would appreciate that. You can pay at the door. You can bring your canned goods or your non-perishables or your unopened toiletry items to the event itself. You want to get your ticket ahead of time. That way you don't have to stand in line. Go ahead and hit the button in my bio. We do have free parking, but it's first come, first serve. So I would get there on time if I was y'all. Hope to see y'all there. Bye.
All right, I want to say some numbers real quick, and then we're going to speak out the video. Somebody said, I'm not in your area, but I love to support. Can you please add me to the list, the business that are participating so we can look them up? Another person says $1 for entry or an unopened perishable to get in. Absolutely. This is how we build our community and not be those who push us down. Another person says, can you just do one event in Orlando? Damn. We can get exactly. Can we get a Cyber Monday event featuring all these vendors on a landing page or something? Hell, have one event I can attend. And then one person said, this is amazing. Going away this weekend for my brother's birthday, but I definitely shared and reposted. I'll be looking at a lot of options. So I want to say something before we get into the discussion. This is why for the people. Oh shit, we lost Nikki. She'll come back. This is why for the people podcast is here, because we want to ensure that we are doing everything we can to make sure to represent you guys. And I told everybody before, I am really wanting us to support each other. I really want us to have community, because guess what? If you look at history, you've never seen anybody, every time black people get something, we get the worst of it. When it came to eating, what did we get? The worst of the pig, the worst of the cow. When it came to the land, we got the worst of the land. It was always flooding. You couldn't really farm on it. You couldn't really put roads on it. It was always something that was happening. And so I just want to let you guys know that if we do what we're supposed to really support each other, and we really care about supporting each other, then let's go all the way in doing it. Right. In addition to that, this Jasmine, she has, and I wish she can come on the show, because I think her and Nikki will bounce off each other very well on the show. I think that would be good. So we might reach out to her in the future regarding this. But even she's being shadow banned because she says, why don't we start supporting other black people's business? And I don't know what that is about white folks and Asians and Latins. They hate black people doing things together. And I'm just tired of it. That's why I'm so happy there was a trend where some women was talking about they not buying no more wigs and shit no more. They going with their natural hair. Go with your natural hair. Hey, sit your ass down in that kitchen over there and get that hot comb. Ain't nothing wrong with that hot comb. Go ahead and put that hot comb to your head, get a little burn right here and there, and you be good. But I think we really need to start having community, because I'm telling you what, when shit really hits the fan, because I don't think people really understand what's about to happen. I don't think people understand these tariffs really haven't hit us yet. You see a trickle, but it really hasn't hit yet, and they're really about to hit. You're about to see things change. What do you think?
Well, I think.
Oh, go ahead, Drake.
I think it's necessary now. Like what she's doing, I love that. But kind of like what you said, Chris. Like, why aren't these celebrity millionaires doing things like this?
Exactly.
Like, why they real quick to show off their new car, their new house, new whatever. But not once have you seen somebody on top just like throwing together a warehouse to put in Black businesses. And now the white people are getting upset and shadow banning us because now they're realizing we are deciding to not allow them to profit off of us anymore.
Exactly.
So now that they're like, oh wait, this video is steering them away from spending dollars outside of their community. We can't have this. So that's what's happening right now. That's the issue. Go ahead, Nikki.
I think I love what because she's done a few events in the past, so this isn't even the first one. She's done several events, and I like how she goes about it. She makes it fun. She makes it affordable for people. How she does it, I don't know, but she makes it very affordable. If you don't have the money, bring an item, or it's a day party, and that's what we need more of. And other people, it's like the Asians and the Latinos. When we try to do something, it's always, oh, you can't include us, but then y'all have y'all shit separate, and then it's okay. Again, we are the only community that is not allowed to be in community amongst ourselves. That is how that goes with that is how it goes. We are not allowed to do that. But yeah, they get upset when they can't be involved, but you don't want us in your spaces, which is why we have to create our own.
Right.
And they're taking a book out of the white people that they idolize, because white people are the creators of exclusivity and they hate to be excluded.
Right.
They created exclusion, but they hate to be excluded. When like they want access to everything. And Black people are not allowed. When a Black person gatekeeps something, every other white person or person of color thinks that it is a personal fucking affront to them. How dare you not tell me what you're doing? Because it's not just, this is Black fucking business and it ain't got nothing to do with you.
Right.
It's just, oh God, they so fucking draining.
Yeah, like literally what Chris said earlier about like how a club one night will cost a certain amount for drinks, and then like if it's a Black people night, it's way more. That is the modern day version of redlining.
Exactly.
Literally. It's the modern day version of redlining. And now that, Black people are doing our own thing, they are just trying to find ways to gain control again so they can continue redlining. That's all it is. That's all it is. They mad. They mad. They mad.
And I want to read some of the comments. I do see some of the comments that were in here, and I just want I'm going to pull them up on the screen. I'm going to read some of them. I can't read all of them. And let's see here. So Z Lightful, I think this might be a new person. We definitely need to advocate for our own. White people told our students that it wasn't important for him to be potty trained. It's not essential. Like, what the fuck? Lachey Davis, yep, they are trying to silence us, but we won't be silenced. And I don't care about celebrities. They aren't doing shit for us anyways. Another person said, Zlightful said, I was looking for your videos the other day and YouTube had unfollowed me from your channel. I mean, like, literally, it's just an unnecessary attack on us for no reason. I mean, like, it's just, that's why I told them, if I don't see these celebrities doing shit for us, I don't want to hear anything. If you're not sitting here helping us out with anything, I just want to hear it no more. I'm a little over it. Lachey Davis, what an oxymoron, the Blacks making the whites feel inferior. Also said that's some bullshit. Now Instagram has pissed me off. Miss Lady 5650. I got my info and chuckle. Y'all make my day. Hey, no, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And Germany 2263. That's so true. White people can't stand to be excluded. It sends them over the edge. And I mean, like, literally, it's just like, this is the stuff that we have to put up with. But I want to show this video. I think we spoke about this family before. They literally, they talked about, like, I guess the parents are Trump supporters, but the kids is not Trump supporters, and they're pretty much laying down law with their family members. So I want us to take a look at this video and see what you guys think. If you cannot hear the video, please let me know as well, and I will go ahead and re-upload it.
Kelly, who was he was a veteran, and then he was like thrown out there. He was in space. What does that have to do with the price of eggs? The space?
Because he's devoted his life to this country.
In any other country, if he would go on the TV and spout that shit off, he would be executed.
That's not true.
That's not true at all.
He's a traitor.
Should members of military follow unlawful orders?
Yes.
What?
They should follow any order that the president gives.
That's
and the
correct.
government gives.
That's wrong.
Even if it breaks laws?
It will endanger other people if you don't follow orders.
What if President Trump orders a squad of army guys to walk down the street killing anyone they see? They should do it?
Yes.
Mom?
Yes.
What?
I don't even understand. Like, how can you come to that conclusion?
Sounds to me like you lefties are now beginning to fear the fact that the military is going to get involved and your asses are grass.
Mark Kelly, who was a veteran, and then he was like thrown out there. He was in space. What does that have to do with the price of eggs? The space?
Because he's devoted his life to this country.
In any other country.
All right, so I think we already said that. So I want to see what y'all think about that. They just posted a video of the military members that were defending the members of Congress who were speaking about, you know, following unlawful orders. The problem with this is why, and these are older white folks. This is why older white folks get on my goddamn nerves. The Constitution, the military's oath is to the Constitution, not to a president, not to a senator, not to anything. This is why they have all the stuff where you can remove a president, you can remove a senator, you can remove somebody who's a mayor, you can remove anybody from their seat. You can remove anybody. And what also gets me is that when you see how people have fought for people like these racist MFers to sit here and be able to say the shit that they do, and sit here and be able to live and eat steak dinners and go to IHOP, which they probably go to, and all this stuff. It bothers me because I said, you know how many people fought and died so people can sit here and be racist, so people can sit here and be ignorant. And what also gets me is that it be people like her and people like Trump that has never fought for this country, have never done nothing for this country, but they're sitting here trying to comment on it. You would never. I tell people we need to go back to the old days where the kings and queens used to be out there in the front lines.
Right.
I said that would stop everybody from going to war, but they're quick to go ahead and send your children to war. Mm-hmm. You can go look at all these senators and mayors and stuff. You don't see none of their kids in the military, and if their kids are in the military, they're in cushiony spots. They're not on the front lines. They're like in the back office, or they're like in the war room or something like that, while everybody else is sitting here struggling, while your children is out here dying. And I think people need to have more critical thinking skills. So I'm just like, it's okay for somebody who dodged the draft 4 times to sit here and tell your kids what they should do. A guy that's never served in our government, never served in our military, never helped contribute to society. His whole family, the Trump family, has never served or done anything for this country besides grip and steal from people. Mm-hmm. Sexual assault people, pedophilia stuff. You got to look at the whole family history. And then people always talk about treason, right? I think people need to be careful about this word treason, because if you want to really talk about treason and people really want to critical think about it, that shit on January 6th, that wasn't dealt with like it should have been dealt with. As soon as the woman that was having her hand held by that racist officer that came out of the Capitol and stuff, and they taking photo op stuff, I said the military didn't handle their business. The government didn't handle their business. As soon as they came out of there, they should have been machine gunned down. That's how they deal with treason. Y'all better go look at what happened to the Rose Bus. People don't want to talk about the real shit. People want to, when it comes to white folks, it's like, oh, well, maybe it happened. Well, just like with the whole thing with the sexual assault thing, they're sitting here literally defending pedophiles. And they're like, well, the girls were like 17, 16 years old.
Right,
well,
they weren't 5.
Well, yeah, they did have their period, so they can have a baby. I mean, literally, this is the shit. This is the mental gymnastics that they are really trying to convince you guys over. I said, you can't convince me of none of that. I said, they should. I said, even what the president did, I said, that's treason. I said, you had them do an insurrection, and you agree with it, and you incited that. That's treason. Right. But people ain't trying to have that conversation, and this is why I be telling them, like with a lot of white folks, they be pussyfooting around shit like this. I said, this is how I know that they weren't serious enough. The whole thing that happened with the Charlie Kirk memorial, but also his Charlie Kirk Day. They voted for Charlie Kirk Day. I said, and it was not just the Republicans that did it. It was also the white Democrats that did it as well. And I tell people, I said, that's why I'm very high and by with a lot of their asses. I said, it's bullshit. I said, because if you're going to keep it all the way 100, that bill should have never been passed. You know how long it took for MLK to get his day, who's trying to bring unity to people and trying to make sure that everybody just have rights? I said, Charlie Kirk ain't nothing but a neo-fascist Nazi. And I said, and on top of that, the motherfucker wasn't that intelligent, if you want to be honest about it. I said, when he took his ass over there to the UK, and we played these videos before, they were mopping his ass up. When he went to Stanford and all the really intelligent people, they was mopping his ass up. So what his goofy ass did, well, I'm just going to go to some regular college students in Utah and talk to them, and they're just freshmen. Of course you're going to sit there, and then they vet the questions. So you also need to remember, they also vet the people before they even come up. Right. So they make the people look like they're stupid, and then they edit it for their videos. I said, this shit is just ridiculous. And this is what I talk about. If people want to talk about treason, and I have a lot of people in my family that's military, and they said the same thing. They said they didn't get dealt with like they should have on January 6th. They said there should have been body bags being laid out for those motherfuckers that did that January 6th thing. What do you think?
For sure. They're never gonna say, again, what do we say? White people infantilize themselves. Every time a white person commits a crime, it's every other reason, or they cover it. Oh, it's not treason. Yes, yes, it is. That couple, every time I see videos from them, it's fucking ridiculous, because Fox News has rotted their fucking brains. They have rotted out their brain. That old man don't even know what the fuck he's saying. One thing about white people, they can be dementia riddled like a motherfucker, but they don't forget to be racist.
Exactly.
They don't forget to be fucking racist. They don't forget that shit. They again, had that been black people at that fucking Capitol, everybody's dying. They would not have made it to the fucking steps.
Exactly.
They would not have made it to the steps, let alone the fucking offices, to take a shit in an office. Niggas wouldn't even did no shit like that, first of all.
Right.
Let's be clear about that.
Right.
Yes.
But the things that they did, a black person wouldn't even get that far to be able to do it. We wouldn't even want to do it. But if we did, we wouldn't get that far to be able to fucking commit treason.
Nope.
And the same shit with Charlie Kirk. He took his ass over there to Oxford one time, and the motherfucking English people wrapped him the fuck up, and he never went the fuck back after that shit.
Sure did.
He didn't take his ass. He didn't take his ass the fuck back after that. He has to go. Oh, he's the great debater. He never debated anybody. Mm-hmm. He never debated. All he literally did, when he did have the opportunity to debate, was that fucking Jubilee shit, and he still wasn't debating, because he was talking about, he was stating opinions. He wasn't stating, in fact, and even though a debate is your opinion, he was trying to pepper it with shit that wasn't right. And then you're talking to children whose frontal lobes are not fucking developed. That's what that was about. You were recruiting. You weren't debating anybody. You was fucking recruiting some neo-Nazi shit. That's what the fuck you was doing. And it will never not be fucking hilarious that this motherfucker got shot in the fucking neck while about to say gang violence. What about the gangs? And then it's just the fucking shot in the fucking neck. That's exactly what the fuck.
Why a white dude at that?
By a white person.
And then they want to go target the HBUs.
Let me tell y'all something. It's gonna forever be Charlie Kirk. I'm gonna make jokes about that nigga dying till I fucking can't no more. I don't give a fuck how many white people get mad. I will forever. Oh, shut FTP store. Get your Kirk Smoke Neck Bone shirt, okay? And mug. We.
That part.
Let's fucking go. Kirk Smoke Neck Bones. Get your shirt today. Vision will have it at the end of the show. But I need y'all to get that fucking merch, all right? Because, I'm going to forever make fun of that motherfucker. Fuck Charlie Kirk. Fuck his wife. Fuck them kids. Heavy. That's it. Don't give a fuck.
And I want to read some of the comments. Philip Marvin says the oath is to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and bear true faith and allegiance to the same. MAGA wants you to think, let me put this up here. MAGA wants you to think that your allegiance is to the president or the office of the president, but it's not, which is facts. Delightful. MAGA is so irritating. They claim to be for the Constitution and law and order, but not Trump. The Constitution doesn't exist for Trump to follow. Make up your mind.
Right.
Also, Philip says, if thousands of blacks have raided the Capitol, they would have murdered every single one of us without question. Now that's facts.
Quick.
I tell everybody, I said, you think this would have been the Capitol? I said, these motherfuckers, when Charlie Kirk got assassinated by a white person who's a Republican, the whole family's Republican, Christians at that, goofy ass white folks said, we want to go target HBCUs. The level of slowness of those motherfuckers, I said, that's why I don't fuck with them. I said, something's really wrong with those people. I said, because how do you target people, college students at that? How do you target people that had nothing to do with that? 2 different skin colors, ain't no black people, no fucking Utah, but that's what happened. And then they really tried to justify that. Philip says rated. Another comment, Tanya Terry, I keep missing y'all live. Hopefully I'll catch y'all live soon. We here live at the same times, Tanya. Samuel C. I saw that the TBN channel has Charlie Kirk show. Didn't surprise me at all. That's another thing that gets me about this whole Chris. I'll be wondering, and let me ask you guys this question, the viewers. I'm trying to figure out what part of the fucking Bible are they reading. I'm really trying to figure that out. Are y'all just reading the part that Satan speaks to Jesus and telling him to do bad shit? I mean, are you just listening to God? Because you're supposed to really be reviewing the New Testament, not the Old Testament. Because once Jesus died on the cross for our sins, he watched all that, sacrificing of lambs and doing all those rituals. He washed that away, and you're supposed to be following his teachings. I'm trying to figure out. Everybody keep going back to the Old Testament. I said a lot of that stuff got washed away.
Well, you got to remember they praying to silk press Jesus. That's he different. They praying to silk press Jesus. So see, silk press Jesus is white, because remember that's their form of Jesus. So the Bible verses they're reading are the ones that are just for them. Because again, the Bible is subjective. The Bible, like art or any form of art and entertainment, is subjective. Mm-hmm. You and I, all three of us can read the same Bible passage, and each one of us would say it means something different to us. Yeah. An artist can create a sculpture or a painting and literally tell you what the painting is about. And we can still look at it and say, nah, I think it's something else. The fucking artist is telling you what it is. Right. But you can say, no, I think it's something else because it means something to you. Someone can write a song, and this is what this song is about. But you hear it, and you interpret it your way. That's why you can't get in with the Bible, because again, the Bible was not meant for like evolution in terms of us growing and being outside of like technology and the world advancing. Because if it was, again, you can't have two garments with different. You can't have a garment with different fabrics or cloth. Yeah, can't mix that shit, bitch. I'm with everybody got to dot in. Because them fashion over dresses, bitch, it's a bunch of material in that motherfucker. And I'm, like, what we doing? You ordering from Shein, bitch. And you crackers love Shein, whatever the fuck. I call it Shein. I'm a nigga, whatever. Y'all ordering that shit? Same thing. Oh, you're not supposed to touch pig skin. Y'all love that motherfucking football, though.
Right.
Yes.
If you're gonna talk about the Bible, then talk about all the shit you're doing. Y'all talking about sin. Your fucking president got 5 kids with 3 baby mamas. A sin is a motherfucking sin.
Right. And still cheating on
So what are we talking? And every one of his wives he committed adultery with. Mm-hmm. But y'all want to talk about the fucking Bible.
That part.
You worried about who somebody fucking. A sin is a sin is a sin. It don't fucking matter. Everybody in this world is doing some shit they ain't got no business doing according to the fucking Bible, which is why I personally do not use a book I don't need a book to tell me what's right and what's wrong. I don't need a book to talk to God. I don't need to go into church to talk to God. My relationship with God is my relationship, okay? My relationship with nigga Jesus is my relationship with nigga Jesus. Silk press Jesus, I don't know that motherfucker. I don't know him, okay? Silk press Jesus, don't know him. Silk press Jesus, merch coming soon. Got the idea. It's coming.
Oh yeah, Silk press. Yeah, we gotta get Silk press Jesus.
We gotta get Silk press Jesus.
No, you should do it with some rollers too.
Yeah, we gonna hook it up. We gonna hook Silk press Jesus, Silk press Jesus up, okay? Okay, let me. You know what? It's coming. It's fucking coming.
Yeah, and I want to read some of the comments here. Hey, keep the comments coming. I do see your comments. I am trying to address your comments as quick as possible because remember, this show is not about us; it's for you guys. We do this for you guys. We love interacting with people. This is how we build community. This is how we know about things. And so, I just want to read some of the comments from you guys. So, this is from Democrat Shay. MAGA will find any way to harm Black votes. I infiltrated a MAGA chat group on Parler. It's scary how much they hate us. I give them no grace. My family is prepared for these honkies. Delightful. They read the Bible, but only use the parts that can justify their hate. The facts. And then Lachey Davis, these white Republicans are the most sinful MFers ever. Silk press Jesus. I'm saying, hey, Silk press Jesus getting a shirt.
It is.
So, you know what? This was funny because let me tell you this. All these pastors out here got Rolls Royces. They can't get a baby formula out. I'm seeing so many social media videos. I think I've seen at least 4 today where people had called churches across the country and they said, hey, can you give us some food? I'm a family of 4, or my baby's crying. They're like, no, we can't help you with all that, but we can give you an offer of prayer and everything. But the pastor got commerce. The deaconess and everybody, they in there, they riding out with Rolls Royces and stuff. Diamonds on it. So that's why I tell you, I don't fuck with the church like that. I don't care how nobody feel about it. Hey to everybody, TikTok. Remember, if you're on TikTok, please come to YouTube. I can only see the comments on YouTube. But thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it as well. But
I'm in the comments while you do that. I'm doing the TikTok.
It's probably lit, ain't it?
Yeah, they responded. I can't respond as fast or how you do it. But I am telling them, thank you for interacting and all that good stuff. So I'm making sure they liking the live. We are at 23,000 likes so far, and we still got a good 50 more minutes to go. So y'all keep liking the live, keep tapping that screen, keep sharing the live. Every day it's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. So remember, today is Wednesday. Monday we had 7.7 thousand. So we are getting more and more likes every live. So y'all, we here to stay Monday through Thursday. A bitch off tomorrow because it's Turkey Day. I'm gonna be gardening like a motherfucker. So,
and thank y'all for the support.
Thank y'all so much. So keep it up.
Yes.
Vision got YouTube covered. I got TikTok covered. But we good.
Yes. And I want to show us our next video. So one thing that gets me about this whole superior complex of we're so Black people are so inferior and we're this or that. Well, Joe Rogan is starting to finally turn around, which I'm like, okay, you were never that intelligent to begin with. That's just my personal opinion. But he's finally starting to turn around, and he had Elon Musk on his show recently, and they were talking about Madani. So we're going to take a look at that video, and I want to see what you think.
Is a charismatic swindler. I mean, you got to hand it to him. Like he can light up a stage, but he has just been a swindler his entire life.
What else has he done that makes him a swindler?
Well, I guess if you say if you say to any audience whatever that audience wants to hear, instead of having a consistent message, I would say that is a swindly thing to do. But he is charismatic. Mamdani is.
So I just want to talk about this real quick, and this is something that is going to. We're just going to keep it sugar 100. And I'm going to put your comments over here to the right so that way we can see what you guys are saying. This guy said that, Mamdani is a swindler and all that. I said, I know that he is not talking. This is the biggest swindler of all time.
Right. Like
what? I said, do you understand? I think y'all don't understand the magnitude of how mediocre, and I don't even like using that term anymore, subpar, below average this guy is. Like literally. Because you literally have Elon Musk, who whole family, and this is why I say racism is white folks' biggest invention. Everything stems from racism. Everything from the HOA to student loans to us not having universal health care. We talked about this multiple times. To segregation, to redlining, to Jim Crow. Everything that they have, that's their biggest invention. So you think white folks is going to give that up? They're not giving that up. That's their best invention. That's how they stay on top, because it allows mediocrity, like what we see in our current administration. You have people that don't even have degrees to be in those positions. You have RFK Jr. look like he's gargling salt water every time he's fucking talking. He has no medical degree. He has no medical degree. He has no experience. He's a heroin addict and a chain smoker. And this is who we're sitting here talking about Tylenol and autism and stuff. I said, why would I get my advice from a guy that never worked in the goddamn medical field his entire life? That's when I talk. This is what I had to put up with when I was in Kansas. I'm competing against guys like this, and they would still get the job over me with no experience, no degree or anything. And I would be sitting here like, okay, so now where do we go from here? Now I got to sit here and train this motherfucker. So now I got to sit here and train him, and he don't even know how to still do the job. And then he comes to work late. He leaves early. He complains about everything. And then I'm the problem because he didn't know how to read the assignment, or he didn't know how to read a graph. And this is what I be talking about. And the other thing that gets me about him when he's talking about Mondani and stuff like this is that not only did he get most of his family legacy is from apartheid Africa racism, because that's the only way they could really make money. Mm-hmm. He then came over here. He was illegal for a long time. And then once he got into the Trump campaign and the Trump train, then he was able to pretty much buy his way into being in legal status. Then from there, everybody keep thinking about Tesla and SpaceX. He didn't invent that shit either. He bought his way into that. Y'all got to go look at, I think one of the inventors of Tesla was Thomas, and there's another guy, but they were the inventors, and he seen an idea that was great, which everybody's seen the idea. That's why people buy the cars. And so he's seen this idea, and he says, well, what I want to do is I want to buy my way into the company, but I want me to be as a creator. That's how Tesla expanded, because of that. Then he lied to different banks, saying that, this company is doing well. It wasn't really doing well at the time, but he says doing well and great. And that's how they were able to get hundreds of millions, which came into the billions of dollars, to where it actually succeeded to where it is today. Same with SpaceX. He didn't invent that either. He bought his way into that. This is why I be telling y'all be thinking that intelligence and smart and knowledge is because of wealthiness. No, a lot of these people are up there because of racism. That's the only reason. That's the only way they can sustain where they are. That's the only way they can get into these spaces. I said, because you know how many black people have money, but they can't get into those spaces, and who are actually intelligent, who built their stuff from the ground up, who has the blueprint. This is why I tell people, if you talk to him and somebody doesn't know how the blueprint works of an actual device or something, they didn't invent it. They stole it from somebody. Mm-hmm. So what do you think of this?
Well, of course, again, white supremacy was designed to uplift white mediocrity, to uphold white mediocrity, and white privilege was created to ensure that white people benefit from white mediocrity. That's it. That's what I always say that, and that's the truth. That is why they have what the fuck they have, and and racism is an integral part. Without racism, all of this crumbles. Without racism, billionaires would not exist. Right. Without racism, these white people, these systems, they would crumble. That is why they fight in tooth and nail to be racist, because they fucking need the racism. Literally. They need it. They don't invent shit. All they do is take from us and slap their fucking name on it. You knew back in the day in the music industry, ain't nowhere in the world you gonna convince me that faux crackers sound like the goddamn faux tops. It's not gonna happen. But that's exactly what the fuck they would. That's exactly what the fuck they would do.
Yeah, and when it comes to Tesla, Elon Musk was just an investor. Just an investor.
That was it. And I tell people all the time, I say, you have to really look at it. I said, when you look at people and they're sitting here talking about, oh, this person's they're smart, they're this. I said, it's really not smart. I said, you know how many black people that literally should be in, these spaces, but they can't even get in?
Yeah. But like if the playing field was even, then we would all rise to the top. That's the problem.
Exactly, because then again, white people would be at the fucking bottom. If everything was on an even playing field, white people would be in last place. Mm-hmm. They would literally be in last place because they don't have the goods, and they know they don't have the goods. That's why they created a whole entire system of oppression. Mm-hmm. White people suffer from white guilt because they know they ain't shit, which again, we talked about this on the show. This is why they do those death-defying sports. Because they know niggas ain't gonna do that shit because we ain't got nothing, we don't have nothing to prove. We're good at everything else. So they have to go do shit they know niggas ain't gonna fuck with.
Right.
Y'all can kayak your ass off. Niggas don't need to do that shit. You got it. You fuck. Now if we did it, we would surpass you motherfuckers. If we wanted to, we would. Okay?
Right.
You know we could do some shit. They got a fucking Jamaican bobsled team. What the fuck can't niggas do? Okay? If a Jamaican can bobsled, bitch, we can do some shit. So we clearly can do the sports if we wanted to do them. But this is why when it comes to golf, anything that white people feel like they try to gatekeep any type of sport that they don't think black people would like. But when we come to it, we dominate it.
Yeah, did you see
golf.
Yeah, did you see that the speed skating girl that just started skating, just skating period, on ice skates a couple years ago?
It just smoked them, yeah. It smoked them.
And smoke. We don't need. We can pick the way we can pick things up, the way we can learn an instrument, the way we can pick. We can just watch somebody and get it. I'm telling you, what we have, they want it, and they can't get it. We have everything we have. We do it with soul. White people don't have soul. They don't have it. And that's why they try to take everything from us. They are fucking, again, sinners. They are vampires. They are cultural vampires. They are financial vampires. They are emotional vampires. They want to take everything that black people have. And they can't figure out that when they put us in those positions, when our back is against the wall, we still thrive. And that's a mind fuck to white people. The fact that we can still survive in these times is a complete and total mind fuck to white people. They cannot grasp it. They cannot figure it out.
It's crazy that they say like for our videos, they say like we say that, you know, or we're making a group feel inferior. We're just stating the truth. And then there's this moment that sticks out to me as a teenager. And I don't remember what the conversation was about, or I don't remember what I had done, but I had like 3 white people, I think it was like in my karate class. And they said to me like, wow, you guys are the super race. I was like, huh? So like without prejudice or without their parents or elders telling them how to treat black people or how to view black people, when they're in your face and in their innocence, they're like, wow, you are the super race. They look at us like the super race, real life. But in public, they like to portray us as less than.
Because they know it. They know behind closed doors, they know what time they really know what the fuck it is. All of this shit is a front. Again, they know that if everything ever got on a level playing field, they would not have anything. They would be last, but they don't know how to do. If this world became a dystopia today,
right,
they could not function. Black people would figure out by the end of the day how the fuck we gonna eat without eating each other. We gonna figure something the fuck out.
Right.
We gonna figure out how to eat without eating each other.
Right.
White people don't like white people. If all niggas cease to exist today, and America was nothing but white, nothing but white. If niggas went to wherever the fuck they think we supposed to be at,
right?
Because clearly they don't think we supposed to be here. But wherever the fuck you think niggas supposed to be at, if we just teleported, we did an Avenger style blip in this motherfucker, and we wasn't here no more.
They wouldn't know what to do.
They wouldn't know what to do. And then they would turn on each other because their need for hatred and superiority is what fuels them. So if they can't hate niggas, then they gonna hate each other. Because one of them is they gonna create factions. Because one of you motherfuckers gotta be King Cracker. Somebody gotta be King Cracker. Okay? Gotta have King Cracker. So he gonna gotta figure out it's gonna become Survivor in that bitch. Because they gotta take each other out because they hate each other. White people do not have a sense of community. The only time white people got a sense of community is when they come together, they hate everybody the fuck that ain't white.
That part.
Yeah.
You know how much you gotta hate niggas that side with some spicy whites so y'all can gang up and hate niggas? You know how much you gotta hate a motherfucker that side with somebody you think is your fucking enemy so y'all can come together and create a monopoly that hate on the fucking You got to become the majority so you can hate on the fucking minority.
Right.
White people are the minority. All of this shit that's going on right now is about the fucking census. It is about these fucking numbers. Them white numbers ain't numbering. They ain't numbering. Them white numbers ain't numbering. And they need them numbers to get up. And white women are like, again, what I said, this country is going to hell because nobody don't want to fuck white men. Bitches is out here starving. Bitches is out here unemployed. Bitches is out here fighting for their motherfucking life because white men can't get no consensual pussy. That's what it all boils down to. White men can't get no consensual pussy. So everybody got to motherfucking die in this bitch. That's all it's about. That is all it's about. Because white women are like the ones that's coming to say, nah, I don't want to have no baby. It's either I'm not having no babies or I'm having babies with niggas. And when white men like, oh, well, we can't have that shit.
Right.
So everybody got to just, that is what this is about. It's about their fucking ego. They might be the majority in terms of power. They may be the majority in terms of finances, but they are not the majority in terms of numbers. Even the Latinos are out populating black people, and that's what's fucking scary. That's scary to them. Yeah. But that's what this all boils down to, is that they are afraid of retribution. The worst thing the one thing white people never counted on was niggas being free. They never counted on us becoming free. They never had that system set up with what if these motherfuckers get free. They never thought that part. They never thought that far out. That's one thing with white people. They are so stuck on their superiority, they don't see shit. They only see the racism right now. They don't see how it's gonna play out and fuck with them. They only see what the racism right here. That is it. They only see that's their vision. They can't see. They seeing the still photograph. They ain't seeing the motherfucking movie. And they never accounted for us being free, because every move they make is paranoia. Because they think if we become the majority, we are going to do to them what they've done to us. They can't wrap their head around the fact that we don't even think like that.
Right.
We don't want we don't have time. All we want you to do is leave us the fuck alone. That's it. You can't leave us the fuck alone. But that's all we asking for. But you can't leave us. You know how a person, are you mad with me? Are you mad with me? Well, you might be feeling away and they keep asking you, are you upset with me? Are you mad? Are you upset?
Right, you sound aggressive.
You sound aggressive. Are you sure? Because they want to make sure that you ain't getting ready to fuck them up. It's like Karen, bitch. I'm not thinking about you, ho. I got a lot of other shit on my motherfucking mind, and your non-existent ass, literally and figuratively, is not what the fuck is on my mind right now, bitch. I got real nigga problems going on over here. Ain't nobody giving a fuck about you. But again, white people, especially white women, got main character fucking syndrome. They think everything is about them because they're guilty as fuck. They are so afraid of retribution that they just gonna lose every fucking thing. I can't wait for white people to really start losing shit. I know being homeless is some real shit.
Well, you see what happened, and you see what happened in Europe. Now, if you ever read about what happened in the 1700s and why white folks left there, well, why they were forced to leave there, because you're forgetting the civilized white folks stay. Where did they send their asses? They sent them to Australia first. You remember that's where they sent all their bad people. What's going on in Australia now? All the Aboriginals are still having issues, and they almost wiped out all of them. Same thing that happened in South America. They wiped out all the darker skinned people, especially in Argentina. You can't even find a black person in Argentina.
Exactly.
I'm telling y'all, they're violent. I mean,
the Argentina that we donated money to,
$40 billion fucking dollars of all.
40 billion. You motherfuckers voted to get the foreigners out, and he gave foreigners 40 billion of your fucking dollars. 40 billion. It don't.
And they still support them.
And you still support them. You still support the motherfucker that took your money. And to add insult to injury, the fucking Argentine beef, bitch. Not only did they give them the money, but they said we gonna get we fuck USDA, bitch. We want the Argentinian beef. So now you can't even get. Let me tell you something. I want to see these farmers on the goddamn streets. I want to see these motherfucking farmers with a goddamn cup jingling for some motherfucking, can you spare some change, lady? That's what the fuck I want to see.
A Christmas story.
I want to see a farmer talking like RFK. Oh, can you give me some change, please? I need some change. I voted for Trump and I need some change. Yeah, that's the fuck I want to see. I want to see you bitches homeless. I want to see you with a fucking cardboard sign. I want to see you bitches with nothing. Nothing. I want it to be the Great Depression for you motherfuckers. The Great Depression with no access to Prozac,
And
bitch.
watch they attack us. Watch they attack us for what some white folks did to them. Watch they attack us for what some white folks did to them. They want to attack us.
Yeah.
Just mentally.
Bother
Oh, I don't know what the fuck to say. They're just mentally slow. And I don't think they care. And I want to read some of the comments real quick. We're going to continue this. KLS, my name 06. Ketamine Clown created a department to scrub all the dirt he was up to, and he's calling someone else a swindler. And what's funny about that, they just canceled Doge. And they found out they not only did they not do any waste or fraud, what he did was he fired people and stopped investigations into his company. And in addition to that, they end up increasing our budget to additional $2 trillion. They didn't save a damn thing. They actually hurt our economy. Germany 2263. Elon is another welfare king, made rich off the government contract. That's the biggest form of welfare. Democrat Shay, I work with MAGA types in engineering field. I played the Candace Owens role to get my bag. It worked for 14 years, and then the new CEO had me laid off for pubic hair on my head.
First of all, you will not butcher democracy's name again. Okay, it's democracy. I'm sorry, democracy. Listen.
Hey, shoot. They should be glad I'm saying anything on this damn thing. Samuel C. There are so many of our brothers and sisters that hella intelligent that can create stuff but get held back by white supremacy. That is facts. Truth hurts. That's why they took music class out of the schools in the hood. That is true. Those kids were learning those instruments a little too well. Democracy. Is anyone participating in the mass blackout from 11/27 to 12/5? For me, I participate year round, but I'm not participating in anything performative. I told everybody I think this shit's performative. I said everybody should divest from going to Target, from going to Walmart, from shopping at Amazon, from using any type of big corporate things. Go support your local farmers, predominantly Black and Latin, to be honest about it. Go support your local clothing shops and stuff. Go support your local food places and stuff like that. Don't take your ass to McDonald's. Let Wendy's will be okay. She's been eating for a long time. I'm pretty sure she's fed right now. I mean, literally, y'all literally have to start divesting in the right way. And if you're not divesting in the right way, you're just doing some performative shit. I mean, I keep saying this over and over and over again. The Montgomery bus boycott lasted consecutively for 2 years. It wasn't, let's do this for 5 days, and then if they let us get on the bus, then we're going to go ahead and use them. They said, hell no, we ain't using that shit for 2 years. Mm-hmm. And they got the picture. That shit was hurting them because all the Black people was using it. That's what's funny. These white folks are not sitting here spending money in Target like that. They can't afford it themselves.
Right.
Let alone be spending money like that. That's what people don't realize. So I don't participate in performative shit. I just think this shit's performative. If we're gonna sit here and really do a blackout, we're gonna do a blackout and we're gonna divest from everything. Like I stated before, let the Waltons get their ass off their ass and go and stock up grocery. Go ahead and stock up HBA and stuff. Go let Jeff Bezos' bald-headed ass go down here and get in this Amazon van and start making and delivering these packages. That to me is what really needs to happen. Not this performative, we're going to do a blackout because I'm pretty sure they're going to do another one for Christmas. We're going to do another one for 6 days. I'm not dealing with that shit. Either you're going to do it all the way or you're not at all. And that's just the way I feel about it. Democracy, hunkies are already losing their minds because we've been resting and sitting out the protests. We ought to enjoy life and not cowering, though. They all fucked up right now. And then Samuel C., just leave us the F alone. And that goes for other groups of color as well. Leave us alone. Lachey Davis, the best revenge ever is for us to live in our Black joy, and we are not thinking about them or that. So I'm going to play one more video, and then we're going to shoot the shit, like we normally do. I'm giving y'all some time. I said I'll give y'all some time, but I'm going to play 3 different videos. We're going to shoot the shit for a little bit, talk about the video, shoot the shit first, And then after that, we're going to close out the show. Again, thank you to all the viewers. I'm going to play the next 3 videos, and we are going to take a look at them. If you have any questions or comments, please write them in the comment section. If you are on TikTok, please come to YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you soon.
Yes. The White Passing Hall of Fame would like to recognize J. Edgar Hoover, the director of the FBI from 1930 to 1972, one of the most powerful people in America during that period. When you look at a picture like this, how could this man have passed? People been asking this question for years. One of his cousins even wrote a book about it. Shout out to Millie McGee. Hoover made it his mission as the leader of the FBI to disrupt, discredit, and destroy black liberation movements. This man wiretapped Dr. Martin Luther King and tried to ruin his image. He's the man behind COINTELPRO, which was devastating for the Black Panthers. When we talk about institutional racism, this is one of the people who created and perpetuated that system, who used the FBI to make life harder for Black people. Meanwhile, he was one of us. Millie says her grandfather, Big Daddy, told her Hoover was passing for white. He was Hoover's second cousin, so he knew the family. He also told her, don't say anything. This man could kill us. They say Hoover's paternal grandfather lived in the black area of D.C. when it was segregated. This is one of the wildest stories in the history of white passing. He uses the power he gets from passing to attack Black people and Black liberation relentlessly. Perhaps his attack on Black people was tied to his repressed something, because Hoover was hiding a lot of secrets. Meet Clyde Tolson. Tolson was number 2 at the FBI throughout Hoover's reign. Like Hoover, he never married, he never had a girlfriend, and these two went to work together, went home from work together, had lunch and dinner, went to nightclubs, went on vacations together, went on Christmas vacation together to Florida every year. But no, nothing was happening. Oh, look, they dressed in the same outfit. I can see the appeal. This photo's like a smoking gun. When Hoover died, he bequeathed his entire estate to his boyfriend, to Tolson. Tolson then moved into Hoover's house and accepted the flag that had draped over his coffin, like a good widow. And now these two are buried side by side. So I guess J. Edgar Hoover's in the White Pass.
And I want to play another video, and I'm going to read these comments real quick. Somebody says, we figured out your secrets. Another person says, I need Spike Lee to do a movie for this one, please. Another person says, he's the #1 supervillain of our people. Another person says, I bet he's Clarence Thomas' role model. And then, oh, not that one. Let me go here. Oh, I want to just take a look at this.
What is happening? How you gonna attack the driver? I'm gonna throw his ass into a wall.
I'm not laughing. Okay.
Okay. I have a few things to say about these two videos. The first one with J. Edgar was, oh God. Oh Lord, Jesus Christ. The first one with J. Edgar Hoover I never liked him. And this is the thing. That's a funny looking ass black light skin dude. I'm telling you, if you're going to be light skinned and you're going to be racist against your own kind and you're going to be like that, at least try to look like fucking Shamar Moore or Boris Kojo. Don't look
But you can still see the shade is you can see the nigga in him though.
You can see it. And I'm just sitting here like, did nobody catch that?
Nobody caught it because I'm like, I'm so sorry. We know our people.
We can always see it. And it's just those things. But this is the thing. This is the thing. And this is why I've been saying this is especially like, because living in Atlanta and stuff, I think there's something really wrong. And this is just in general. I think there's something wrong with the black gay dudes. I think something's mentally wrong with them. It's something about them. Like, clear example, I remember when I went to a club with my homegirl. You met Diabra, Trey, right?
Yeah.
And we went to a club one time, and we just having a good time, and we dancing. And then next thing you know, one of the guys, he started dancing on her and whatever, And I said, I'm gonna go get some drinks. Went to go get some drinks. Came back. Next thing I know, it was this big ass, and don't get upset. I guess the Santana guy, whatever, Saucy Santana. It was a guy that dresses and act like Saucy Santana was like, yeah, I'm gonna beat this bitch's ass and I'm gonna whoop her ass. And I'm sitting here like, who the fuck are they talking about? And they be calling each other girl and shit. So I'm like, who is he talking about? So I gave her a drink and everything, and she was like, well, I'm ready to go. And I said, what's going on? We just got here. She's like, well, that dude is over there, saying he's trying to fight me or whatever and stuff. And I was like, oh, we're not playing those games. That's not gonna happen here. And so he came over and started getting in her face and said, wait a minute, we ain't gonna do that. And then he backed up when he seen that she was with me because I ain't gonna tolerate that shit. He's like, well, you better tell her to stay off my man. What was funny about the whole situation is that the guy that he liked didn't even know this fucking dude. They all came a part of a friend's crew. And so this guy, he's friends with somebody else that knows him, but he don't even know this guy. He said, I'm not interested in your ass. Like, what the fuck is you thinking? And and so it was just the mental gymnastics of doing that. And then when you're out here in LA, you always see that these black dudes, they are quick to either jump in women's face or they're quick to say, oh, they want some white boys and white this. Okay, when those white dudes call you the N-word or say something to your ass, don't bring your little black ass back over here. I want you to go sashay and switch your ass right back over to them and go find somebody else that's white to love your ass. And I see that a lot. And that's why I tell you, I don't tolerate that shit no more, especially from black gay men, black men in general, but especially from black men. I'm not tolerating that shit from y'all no more. And y'all got to stop jumping in these women's face. If these women didn't do nothing to you, y'all got to let that shit go. The other thing is the Dubai Diddy thing. That was wild. And did you hear him? I said, baby, you better be glad he was in a public space because you heard the Dubai guy. He was like, yeah, shut the fuck. I said, he's about to take you. He's about to get taken right there in that car, and it wasn't going to be nobody to help you.
Now, the reason why I laughed, not at the situation, but at first, when he was caressing, oh boy, look, I'm like, are you into it? Because I'm not sure. But then it was the screaming for me. Because the screaming, I'm sorry, the screaming was giving white woman. Because it was just,
right.
Because it wasn't giving like he wasn't being like, hey, get the fuck off.
Right.
Get the fuck off. Like, I'm waiting on the nigga to come out like, hey, get the, even if you get the fuck off me, get the something, nigga. Like something, but you in this bitch like,
right. There ain't no slamming of the brakes. There's no head butting. Like I need more. I can't.
I will give him the benefit of the doubt.
That's why I was laughing.
It's hard to get a seatbelt off. I will give him the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Yes, but still, why you? I don't care. Why you like screaming like? Like it was just like, I don't know. And that's why I was laughing because the situation wasn't funny. But he literally screaming like a bitch. Like, I couldn't tell at first, was it a joke or what the fuck was happening? Because the screaming took me out because it was straight Becky. It was straight Becky. And I'm waiting on him to be like, nigga, what the fuck? Like, I'm waiting on him to, you know.
I'm waiting for like a slam on the brakes, pop that seatbelt an elbow or something.
Yes. And I'm just like, what the fuck we got going on? But all right, nigga. That's
somebody said that scream was given Little House on the Prairie. And then Uncensored said Dubai Diddy. I'm telling you, he was about to get that boy. I'm telling, but y'all, but this is the thing. I'll be telling everybody, I mean, that stuff be for real. And you know what? I think this is the perfect time. I want to make us laugh because I knew that last thing was going to get to us. But we shooting the shit here. This is for you guys to get to know us. If you have any questions or comments or anything, or you want to say anything, please let us know. I did pull some of your stuff up right here so we can talk to you guys directly. But I just wanted you guys to get to know us a little bit as well. What we do the show for you guys. We appreciate everybody that has been liking, sharing, subscribing, that's been putting comments. I do my best to answer everybody's comment. But sometimes we're just a little busy. But I just want to say thank you guys and everything, because we do the show for y'all. We wanted to do For the People podcast because we see that, clear example. I was at work earlier this year, and when I tell you, and this, Trey, the shit I was going through dealing with people in general, and especially, and I hate to say it, I got white family members and stuff and everything, but dealing with some white folks, some of y'all be fucking tripping at work for no reason. I just want to go to work and do my damn job. I don't want to keep going back and forth with you. Oh, well, he walked by my desk and he didn't talk to me. Or Shaquita, I asked her a question, but she didn't answer it right. Or, I asked them how was their vacation, and they was like, oh, it was good. We went on vacation, but they didn't tell me the stories. And they would literally take this stupid shit back to HR. And then HR would then bring you into the office well, maybe we can be more camaraderie here. I said, they don't need to fucking know what I'm doing on vacation. It's not none of their business. Or did they pay for it? Are they going to give me some money for it? One thing about, I don't deal with nosy ass white people, because I said I had that situation happen when I was in Kansas where I told some white women about my vacation when I went to Atlanta. That's what got me up out of there, because when I went to Atlanta and I seen black people were doing well, I said, shit, they doctors, attorneys, lawyers, businessmen, they got houses. You don't see that in Kansas. Mm-hmm. You don't see that in Missouri or Iowa or Nebraska. They got us literally in, if we do have a nice house, it's on the edge of the hood. So the houses are raggedy, or, it's not in the nicer neighborhoods. So we don't get those opportunities. So I had told a story of, hey, I went to Atlanta, it was a great time. There was, it's like Final Destination, because, people be driving crazy out there, and you get a lot of international people that come from the UK, and they drive on a different side of the street. So they don't know how to drive out there, because, the street signs are a little bit different. There was some police that came to the club because it was kind of rowdy, but it was a good time and everything. When I tell you, this was what I told these white ladies. These white women went back to the management team, was like, oh, well, he had got arrested, and he was on drugs, and they arrested him for alcoholism and all these things. And, he said that there was a fight, and, he might have to go to court. Total opposite of what I told them. And the thing, total opposite. And the thing that saved my ass was there was some, and this was interesting. There was some white German people. And I get along with a lot of white Germans, but they are straight to the point, and they shoot the shit with you. They don't play no bullshit. If it wasn't for them that went to the management team and said, no, those fucking ladies were lying. He told us he had a beautiful time. This is what happened. We heard nothing about no fights and nothing about people being dragged out and all this. None of that stuff happened. If it wasn't for them, I would have lost my job. That's why I don't talk about my shit with white folks at work, because I said y'all sit here and lie. And I know you went through some stuff, Nikki, and I want you to tell what happened to you as well. But we went through this shit, and I said, how did you get me having a beautiful time to me being arrested and having to go to court and stuff? When I tell you, they had me take a drug test, they had me take they did another background check on me. I was temporarily suspended without pay, all for a lie. White folks, you don't need to know anything about us. You don't really like us anyway, so why would you want to know about us? If you don't like me, don't even talk to me. Don't even ask me a fucking question at work. Just keep it fucking moving. If I walk by your desk and I don't say hi to you, I don't fuck with you, you don't fuck with me, cool. We came here to do a job. I did not come here to be friends with you guys, because you don't fuck with me like that. Nikki, what was you about to say?
Yeah, this is one thing that I've learned as a black woman in corporate America. We have three roles: the mammy, the sassy funny one, and then the angry black woman. You already know what fucking category I've been in from day motherfucking one. We already can guess, okay? Because one thing about white people when it comes to us, they don't like when they can't figure us out. And I make it my business for you to not read me. The reason why they need to know all your business and all because they need to figure out what type of nigga you are. Are you the type of nigga we can say some racist shit to and you gonna laugh it off and let us do what we gonna do? Or are you gonna be a real nigga and step to them about that shit? And me personally, you gonna fuck around and find out in real time because I'm not giving you nothing. They don't like it when you come in and do the job. A white woman or a white man, when they go to corporate America and they go and they do their job, they clock in and clock the fuck. Oh my God, they're so focused. They're a go-getter. They're trying to get the work done. If a black person does the same thing, especially a black woman, oh my God, she's so standoffish. She doesn't smile. Does she really want to be here? Does she like us? That's none of your fucking business, bitch. I will go eat my lunch in the motherfucking car, ho, because I don't need to be around y'all. I don't have to tell y'all good morning. I will say good morning if I'm walking and it's some good shit, but I don't owe you a good morning. I don't owe you to tell you what the fuck I did with my weekend, bitch, because it's my motherfucking business. It's my fucking business. And I had to go, I have dealt with that where I was at my last job. I was friends with the coworker, meaning like, you know, she told me a lot of personal things that were never left my lips. Never. And it was a group of people, and they was all Latinos, so this should tell you how I was playing the fuck out. And I was that they would dog her out, and I would be like, "Hey, stand up for yourself! What are you doing? Like, stick up for yourself! Why are you taking this shit off people you don't have to take it off of?" And we became good friends, and everything was okay. She told me personal things that I will never reveal because it wasn't my place to. Not even to my friends that also worked there. Didn't do it because you told me something in confidence, and I'm a real bitch. I'm not telling your business because that's not what the fuck we do. But they got in her ear, and I guess she felt guilty. And instead of having a conversation with me, all of a sudden I walk in, and it was like she was acting real funny. So I'm like, okay, bitch, I don't do that funny shit.
Yeah.
And she went right back to them same people that dogged her the fuck out. And it ate her up so bad that a few years later, she was talking to one of my other my friends, my friend now, my best friend, and a coworker, and was like, "Oh, Nikki, I miss her friendship, and I feel so bad because she told my friend, she's like, oh, I thought she told you things about my husband and my life, and my friend was like, I don't know what you're talking about because again, things were told to me in confidence, so why would I tell somebody else?"
Exactly.
And they were like, no. So when she came to me, she texted me, and I was just like, I've moved on. I was like, thank you for your apology, but I moved on. I was like, I don't need to be friends with you anymore because when I was there, you chose to be, because I'll never forget, I got promoted, and the day that they threw a little something for me, her and those two people, they sat outside in their cars because they didn't want to celebrate me. They stayed in their cars because they didn't want to come in the office and celebrate me. And I was like, I'm good. I don't now mind you, she don't know my fucking life. But this is what happens. And this is why we don't talk. When we have functions where it's an open bar and shit, niggas drinking club soda. We not drinking with y'all. We not partying with y'all. We not doing none of that shit with y'all. Because we know how the fuck it's gonna turn out. Y'all be setting us the fuck up. Let me tell you something. If you a black person in corporate America and they got events, this is why niggas don't go to shit. They be like, oh, every time there's a work event, you never... No, bitch, I'm here 9 to motherfucking 5, bitch. I'm not here. And are you paying me for it? I don't need to be there. I don't give a fuck if it's free. And I don't like it when they try to force you into joy. Oh, well, you don't want to like do it. And they had like one time at my job, a virtual happy hour. Bitch, what the fuck is a virtual happy hour? I gotta provide my own drink. Fuck out of here, ho. I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah,
I gotta bring my own bottle in my own motherfucking house, bitch. No. No, they are so nosy, even in corporate. Oh, can you turn your camera on? No, bitch. And if I do gotta turn my camera on, I'm gonna have a neon pink bonnet, or I'm gonna have a shirt on. I'll be playing Juvenile in the fucking background. Something, bitch. It's gonna be some extra nigga shit going on. Because I'm gonna make you be like, oh no, we'll turn your camera off. Because why do you need to see me?
Right.
I signed up to work for you, not to be. You ain't no. You want to see where the fuck I live? That ain't your business. You don't
Right.
need to see what the fuck I'm doing. Is this work getting done? But the
Right.
company I work for, they let me go because they didn't want to have. They were looking for things because they didn't want to have to pay me my severance. So they was already gearing up. You know how the fuck they do. And I took my time off because of my mental health. For 3, you know it's fucked up. And I talk about this on my podcast, so y'all go check it out. Bitch Happens Podcast, first episode is out now. That is what I talk about. The episode is called "Fuck That Job, Walk in Your Purpose." So it's some I give y'all the stuff, but essentially that's what it was. And I don't care how it works. God is lining things up for us. As much as white people try to stop our fucking motion, they can't do it. Fuck a shadow ban. I don't give a fuck. They weren't never paying us. They was paying us $0 and 0 motherfucking cents.
It was.
Fuck that shit. Don't need it. We built this platform. We still building it. We started with an idea. This is literally a business. We are doing what we need to do. Y'all, our platform is growing. Y'all are helping us grow. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. You can't hold a bit. You can't. That's one thing about us. You can't hold us back. And corporate America is like a fucking minefield. They need to know who we are so they can figure out what they can and can't say. So when you don't give them anything, they will make a problem for you. All niggas want to do is clock in, work, and clock the fuck out. That is all. That's what y'all hired us to do. You didn't hire us to socialize. Now they only care about us socializing when we socializing with the crackers. Now let a group of black women, let at least 2 black women be huddled up talking to each other in the morning.
Oh yeah.
One
It's
of
a
them
done deal.
one of them is getting transferred the fuck out.
It's a done
One
deal.
of them is getting transferred the fuck out. I guarantee you, they getting separated. They cannot have that. If 2 or more black people are conversing and talking, all them niggas must be in cahoots. We got to break that shit up right away.
Yes.
So it is that is the game.
You know what happened at my last job, Nikki?
What?
My manager, and I can't talk about a lot of stuff because there's some stuff going on behind the scenes with it. But my last manager, I had got, Trey, I don't get sick like that. I got sick, and I was sick for some time because I was just stressed out. I work in a very high stressful job. Do you know? He says, well, is this normal for black people to get sick like this all the time? I said, excuse me? Oh, is it normal for black people to get sick like this all the time? Because you were just not the only one. Everybody was sick. I said, I'm looking at him and I'm like, do you know how many white folks did not show up to work? Almost the last 6 months, you guys were almost always out the office. This is my first time being really sick like this in 2 years. I said, let that sink in. That's the shit that we put up with. And that's why I tell you guys, this show is for you guys because we want to start hearing more of what's going on with you guys, start talking about things. And, if you can't bend it at work, give it to us and let us talk about it. I don't care because
this is community, y'all.
I'm tired of this shit. I said, it's just like stuff like that. Now, if I would have cussed his ass out or said something, then I would have been the bad guy. I would have been the villain. I would have been the angry black guy. I would have been the guy that's not a team player. I'm getting sick of that shit, dude. I just want to do my job and go home. Normally, I don't have a lot of issues with white dudes. It's usually the white women. The white women are usually the ones that work. And one thing I noticed about that, even white men don't like working with white women at work. Have you ever done that before where it's just a group of white and it's just all male? And it's like usually it's the cool female black girl and the cool female Latin girl. Everybody's having a good time. Our senior vice president, he says, you know what? This was one of the best days I've seen in 5 years. He said we had nobody complaining. We had nobody upset. We had nobody offended. Y'all forgetting why men can't put posters on the walls and stuff like that of girl stuff? White women. That's why they want their asses back at home. People don't realize why they're doing all this stuff. All these changes started happening when white women started going to work. Oh, I'm so if you have a sexy girl on your wall. Oh, you don't see black women they walk right past it. It's like, oh, that's
quick thing. When you wear work, let me tell you a side note. This is how I'm an equal opportunity offender. I'm so unbothered that the only thing the test that I could never pass, now every year you have to take those little exams and shit for work, compliance shit. I
Yeah.
could never pass the sexual harassment because nothing offended me.
We
I
don't
could
do
never
that.
pass it because it'd be like, oh, Todd said, Nikki, you said you're very attractive. Bitch, I am. What's the problem?
Right.
Now, if an ugly motherfucker said it, I might be a problem. But other than that, if an ugly motherfucker, shit. But regular is fine. But going back to outrageous shit, my very first job, as I was a bank teller, and this white bitch, Miss fucking Mary, this big, tall, probably 6'2", linebacker ass bitch, just giving short hair, just a miserable motherfucker. I don't know what she had children, and I couldn't figure out a man on earth that would fuck her. But she had her boyfriend Ken, this tall man, whatever. I know that man was fighting for his life. I know he had to fuck her with a paper bag over his head, because ain't no motherfucking way. But okay, but I digress from that shit. I was eating lunch one day, and no bullshit. This lady comes in the break room, and she was like, because I worked for a credit union for the school board, and my mom worked across the street at the school board. And she literally came up there and she said, it wasn't your mother that asked about you working here. As a matter of fact, she never spoke to me until she wanted you to work here. What the fuck you want me to do with that information? Then she said, well, I would love to hire more of you, but you all don't pass the credit checks.
What?
She said this shit to my face. Then when I got pregnant, and I always dressed very nice. This lady was so jealous that one day I wore a pair of boots and I got reprimanded with the fucking dress code which says we're not supposed to wear boots. Mind you, it was the fucking winter time. And if you ever been in Miami, when it hits 60, a bitch got a dress because that's as cold as it's getting here, okay? So
right.
when it's 60 degrees in Miami, niggas is busting out the bubble coats and Timbs, okay? We think it's some New York shit going on over here. Niggas think they in New York undercover in this motherfucker when it hits 60 degrees, okay? And she can't. And one day I'm pregnant and I'm dressed nice like I always do. And she said, "Oh, you look so nice today." And I literally said, "Thank you." And I guess I didn't say it enough. Oh, why do you have such an attitude? Do you know this lady? I was 6 months pregnant. Do you know this lady? And I worked 15 minutes away from work. Do you know this lady had me transferred to an office that was 30 to 45 minutes away? 6 months pregnant, she had me transferred because she didn't have shit else to fucking do. These white bitches be miserable as fuck. And I ain't gonna lie, I tried to look up online because I wanted to make sure she was dead. I still ain't figured it out yet, but I figured she's so motherfucking racist that she probably still living. She probably still out here. The bitch still out here fucking kicking.
Yeah, you know what? That's the funny. Racist people, they don't age well at all, but they live for fucking ever. You don't see Betty White got to pass away. I'm like, why does Betty White got to pass away?
Exactly.
Right. Dolly Parton got to almost be on her deathbed. You got all these fucking racist people like Trump and shit, and you taking all the good white folks away from us.
Right.
We want our Dolly Partons. We love our Betty Whites. Right. Shit, hell, don't leave them to us. Go ahead and take that Sweeney bitch with her weird looking ass. Take her out of here. I mean, literally, it's like I don't know, Jesus, God, Yeshua, whatever they call it in the Bible. We got to figure something out here. We got to figure out who we gonna keep or who we not keeping on earth, because the way this little arrangement is working right now, it's like all the worst people are in power. But
math ain't mathin'.
That's the shit we go through. And I tell people, that's why I said I want to work for myself moving forward. I want other people. If you are a doctor, get your own goddamn practice. If you are a financier, you got to work at a finance or accounting firm. But once you build that up, get your own accounting and finance firm. Start partnering with people. I think we partnered with somebody for the FTP podcast. She's building her stuff. Build your own stuff. Black people, we can do it. We've done it before.
Mm-hmm.
We can do, and this is actually the perfect time because now everything is filmed. We see exactly how these motherfuckers is. If they do another Tulsa, Oklahoma, or Wall Street, this shit's filmed now. Now we see what goes on. They can't sit here and edit stuff for TV or any of that. We see it firsthand. But I want to read some of the comments, and we're going to go out. I want to thank everybody for the show, but I'm going to read some of your comments before we end the show.
Yes.
Lachey Davis, she says, yes, it's so stupid why we have to deal with all that. Why can't we just damn work and get paid and go the hell home? I hope I don't deal with that all that when I start working again. Warren Socks. Oh, this is a new person. Hey, y'all. My name is Warren. I'm coming all the way from Delaware, sending love to your podcast. I love your podcast. Hey, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Warren.
This podcast is for you. Democracy. Start your own business is even worse with white people in the workplace now. Oh, yeah, it's really bad.
I tried.
I'm telling you, my boss, he is, man, he talking out the side of his fucking neck. And I'm just like, dude, if I had been in my early 20s, he would have got his ass rocked. I already know he would, because I said, I'm not tolerating that shit no more. But now I'm a little older. I'm just like, let me just go ahead and do this the legal way and just move on. You know, I just do it that way. HHCF saying, if you say something nice, they want to stir up some shit. White people even get mad when you aren't their best friend. They're exhausted. That's true.
Exhausted.
Also says, don't forget the pick-me black woman in the office. Oh, yeah. Yeah, or the white one, or the black girl with the fucking blonde hair and the blue eyes, and she's like, "Oh my god, girl, deuces, get your ass over there to them."
Get the fuck out!
Get your ass out my face. We ain't friends. We ain't trying to be friends. Take your ass right over there to Betty and Melanie and Betty Sue. Take your ass over there.
Mind you, they calling her Bonquisha behind her fucking
Bonquisha, right. Shaquita, Latara, everything with an A at the end of it. Democracy. Being good at my job always made me a target. I tried so many ways to get along in corporate America. I would make it to middle management and get sabotaged by someone intimidated by my work ethic. That's what happens. KLS, my name 06. They had the nerve to act surprised when you do your job well. I say, why would I leave my house at the ass crack of o'clock to mess around with y'all? That is so true. HACF, I work from home and I don't go to the office because people bring their personal problems to work to throw someone else under the bus. That shit. Oh, I've seen white folks come to work and they're like, oh, you know, that bitch. And I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, we got customers in here. What the hell's going on here? And they talking about a whole fucking thing that's going on at home. And then when you tell them, hey, can you please tone it down? We have customers here. They will go to HR like, oh my God, he berated her. I was like, all I did is tell her in a nice way, shut the fuck up, because we got customers in front of here, and she's sitting here cussing at somebody at home, and she's not even focused on work. I dealt with that quite often, so trust me, we do understand your pain. Truther says, all of us, can y'all do a show on the Native Americans? Did anybody else know they get a check every month, up to $20K allowance monthly, but no reparations for shaking my head? I can do you one better. You got I'm gonna call them the Jays. The Jays are still getting reparations bills from America, and America had nothing to do with that shit that happened in Germany. Let that sink in for a little bit. And then also with Democracy, oh my God, when I got pregnant, my barren ass childless supervisor changed my hours and changed me from salary to hourly. She made my life. How the fuck did she do that legally?
Right.
They gotta be able to see y'all. That's when you should have got you an attorney. You can't let these motherfuckers play in your face like that. Shay Davis, yes, I plan on building my own too when I get my money up with a regular. Truther said, hey, Warren from Delaware. See, look at us building camaraderie on here. Everybody speaking to each other. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah. And Democracy says, Trey and Nikki, it's okay. I still love Vision X, even though he can't pronounce Democracy.
Democracy.
Hey, I am trying. You know how many fucking systems I got open right now?
Listen, don't feel bad. We had our first co-host was Miss Janine, and the way she would have to threaten this nigga because he don't mean it, y'all. Charges to his head, not his heart. He is looking at all these things and because listen. I ain't gonna hold you. Me and Trey don't want no parts, okay? We the mouthpieces over here. That's the Wizard of Oz over there, okay? That's all. That's like that nigga is doing all of that. I want no parts, okay? So he gotta read all this shit. He gotta go through all these screens.
That's a lot.
Me doing TikTok is whooping my ass right now. But I'm a team player. Me and Trey don't want no parts of that shit. So y'all gotta, if he mispronounce a name, just roll with that shit. He don't mean it for real. He don't mean it for real. Cause me and Trey got it. We'll work on it. Okay, we'll say your name right. Okay.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Don't pay no attention. Okay. Ike be Iking, okay? Ike be Iking. You just gotta let him do it. You gotta let him do it, okay?
I'm trying to keep us together and to
He's trying
avoid
to
avoid y'all eating the cake. So
we trying to avoid having to eat the cake, okay? So we gotta let this nigga do what he gonna do. Me and Trey trying not to eat the cake, okay?
And before we close out, I'm going to show y'all some videos. We always like to end on a positive note. We talked about a lot of heavy topics, so we always try to say, ending on a positive note, especially since Thanksgiving is for everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to all of the people that watch FTP podcast. We hope you have a good Thanksgiving. This show will not be back until Sunday. So I just want to let you know that as well. But we're going to show you some quick videos because, we just got to close out on a positive note. Let's just take a look at the first one. So did you know that the FDA has now approved anti-aging pill for dogs? I want y'all to let that sink in. Now they doing all this shit for dogs, and we still ain't got no cure for cancer and stuff like that. But it is what it is. And some people sit there and says dogs gonna be walking around like Pet Cemetery, shaking my head. Another person says, no, thank you. I appreciate the natural order of things. Another person says side effects include death. And then I told you about the grocery store. Let's take a look.
We can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it?
No.
Oh, I'm going to try it again. Hold on for a second, you guys. I'm going to try it. Let me show y'all 1 second. Boop, boop, boop. And try it again. Let's take a look.
Why is vanilla priced like it got drafted in the NWA? So I went to the grocery store yesterday because I needed more vanilla. I just feel like I would run out of vanilla. And then I saw this disrespectful situation on the shelf at the grocery store. And all the spices were sitting up there massively disrespectful, right? But the vanilla stood out to me as the most egregious thing out there. Now, the president keeps saying prices are falling, things are getting better. For who? For who? I know in January, before he got back in office, that vanilla wasn't $40. $40 for vanilla? We should be all upset about this. And I'm just wondering how much more the government really thinks that Americans can take. In the past, they would tell you, your mama would say, when you say, oh, mama, can we have McDonald's? You say, you got McDonald's at home. Now I'm starting to wonder if it's cheaper to eat that stuff than it is to cook at home. And understand the food that places like McDonald's serve, that ain't good for us. It's better for you to cook at home. What is this, y'all? Are y'all seeing the same prices I'm seeing in your neighborhoods too? And what is the most disrespectful price that you've seen in your grocery store on the shelves or somewhere in there? What's the most disrespectful price?
I'm gonna read some of the comments. Somebody said that vanilla would be tucked in my drawers as I walk the fuck out.
Yeah.
Another person says vanilla has always been expensive, but $40 though. Another person says I knew when I saw $10 cereal and $8 chips, things gone too far. I knew it was out of hand when the price of bananas went up. And then one other person says, so they want women at home, but make it impossible to survive on one income. They want people to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, but cut education and other resources. They want people to follow laws, but are constantly breaking the laws out of loud. And you know what's funny? We talked about this yesterday. When I seen that damn vinegar was like $16 fucking, and that was for a little bottle, and the other one was what, 20 something. I said, you got your damn mind. I'm not spending that money on no damn vinegar. Vinegar is one of the most cheapest things to produce. Yeah, it's not happening. It's not happening. And then one last thing, I thought this was funny, and then we're going to close out the show. He's like, what the fuck is this shit? You see this shit?
I got it. Great.
Okay, thank you. That dog was like, what do you, he looked back like, you don't see this shit? He said, what the hell is going on? His ears, because his ears like, he's like, what the fuck is going on here? But yeah, I want to thank everybody that tuned in. Thank you so much. Nikki, where can they find you at?
You can find me on YouTube at Knickknack23. That's NIKNAK23. And the Bitch Happens podcast premiered today. So go ahead, guys, take a listen to it. It is called Fuck That Job, Walking Your Purpose. Also, a new episode of Court of No Appeals is up. So Court of No Appeals will be back on Mondays. The podcast is dropping on Wednesdays. And then I have some other segments coming up. So everything is primarily going to be on YouTube. But you can also find me on TikTok, Bitch Happens, all one word. On Instagram, Bitch_Happens. And then the backup is Bitch_Happens 2.0. But again, subscribe to YouTube because that's where I'm going to be permanently now.
Exactly. And then Trey, where can they find you at?
Same. Right now, you can only find me on Instagram at TreyRichLive, but I'm going to be branching out because Instagram tried to shadow ban me. They trying to play in my face, y'all. Play in my face.
They on some bullshit.
By next show, I'll have other platforms happening because clearly Instagram hates me.
Okay. And what I'm going to do, you guys, I'm going to try to put their information in the link trees as well. I think y'all should have your own link trees, right, on your page?
Not yet.
Well, we have to create some.
Okay, no problem. Also, I want to let you guys know about the store. We are promoting the FTP podcast store. We're trying to build this brand for you guys. Our shirt is going to be popular. Everybody said that they're going to be purchasing is the Protect Your Neck Bones. This is the Kirk Smoke Neck Bones.
Come on now, y'all ask for some comments.
Yeah, so you got to go out and support and everything. We're going to continue to carry content for you guys. We thank y'all and appreciate everything y'all have done. Also, please remember, please like, share, and subscribe. I look at the analytics, and YouTube said that we're doing like a really good job. We actually got a lot of achievements. They said that you guys have we have high engagement. They said our engagement is like in the top, and they said we're not even that big of a channel. So I just want to thank you guys for that. We have good high engagement. Please make sure everybody that's on TikTok or any other platforms, please bring your ass to YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe on YouTube. And then when you're writing your comment will populate in the chat so that way I can put it up here along with Democracy and Truth Hurt.
She said she's fine with it now. She's like, I'll deal with it.
Who else? 007, all of them. So, just make sure, y'all come over to YouTube. We appreciate it. Remember, the store is in our link on our Instagram page. I'm going to try to get it on our YouTube page as well. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Take